uh, I just I just got one of the wildest phone calls. Everything was good, man. Was everything was copacetic. Everything was straight. Then the brother seen the flyer. The brother seen the flyer, and then he said, "Hold up, is that Jose Vega?" Oh hell no! I don't want to talk to that brother. I'm laying in bed. I'm going back to sleep. I say, huh? You laying in
What do you think?
bed? He said, yeah. I
Who he
don't
thought he
want
was going to talk to?
that brother.
Who did he think he was going to talk to?
I say, Deacon. I asked you yesterday. I say, Deacon. I asked you yesterday. Did you want to have a discussion with the Latino native Hebrew? That you know what I'm saying? Y'all pretty much believe in the same thing. He just believed that it was for the black people, and you believe it's for the natives. Say, yeah, I don't want to talk to that brother. So yes, Deacon Hakah backed out, man. It was him and Misery was gonna have a discussion right now. You know what I'm saying? And Misery was with it. Misery did say that he's banned from, he got a no contact order with them. So I don't know if Deacon Hakah was like trying to get his feet wet, or I don't know if he had intentions of not speaking to Misery period. But once he found out that it was Misery, that he was gonna be talking to, he said, "Oh hell no, I don't want to talk to that brother. I'm laying." And then so it was gonna be like, he told me, he was like, "Man, I can't do it over an app. I'm laying down." I say, "Huh?" He said, "I thought this was gonna be a phone call. I'm in bed." I said, "So you gonna have a discussion about the Bible in bed? So you thought it wasn't, you wasn't gonna have to show no scripture, share your screen, none of this. He ain't. You thought you was just gonna, no brother, you lost. Get out of my face." You thought it was gonna be one of them. And to be honest with you, when he said he was in bed, I was like, I'm thinking in my head, check this out. I'm thinking, he says, "I'm still in bed. Um, I thought this was gonna be a phone call." So I'm thinking in my head, like, man, if if it could be over the phone, you know what I'm saying? Misery will have the advantage, but just for the sake of keeping the show going on, it could be over the phone. He like, "And who is this guy on the flyer with me? Who is this Jose Vega dude?" I say that's the dude I told you yesterday about. That's the dude I told you was gonna be talking to today. He say, "Oh nah, man, I can't talk to him, man. Oh no, I'm not interested." I say, Deacon. Damn Deacon. So my bad, Misery. I thought I had one for the ages. I remember you saying that there's a note. I think that brother's from Genesis or something like that. But man, I didn't see, not even asking him how he doing today. Not even uh, go ahead, Misery.
I told you. I told you. I told you this, bro. This is why I have no respect for One West doctrine. They hate the Latinos and natives on their chart. I find it hilarious that Sakari, these One West would have conversations with brothers like God Logic, Vocab Malone, who they claim to be the devil. He's the devil. Yeah, you'll have conversations with the devil, but you won't have a conversation with a person that's supposed to be on your week 12 tribe chart and your brother, right? And this is why I already told you. Like, when you even messaged me saying that Deacon Hakah wanted a discussion, I already, in my mind, I'm thinking, man, he really don't want that. He really don't want that. He's not going to go on a neutral platform where he can't mute mics. You know what I mean? because he like I said, like I've tried it years ago with them, and all they used to do was mute mics, but then quote scripture talking about, oh, the Most High doesn't like an unbalanced scale. Oh, you got to hear the whole matter. Oh, don't interrupt the man in the midst of his speech. But every time I try to, have a conversation with them on their channel, they would just mute mics, go on these monologues about whatever they were talking about. And like I said, they don't want smoke with me, bro. I already told you once I defeated Deacon Hakah and Alazar 7 years ago on the topic of Canaan. You know what I'm saying? They're the camps that basically went on a slander campaign about me. They made fake YouTube accounts, fake Facebook accounts, fake Instagram accounts, going around trying to tell people, oh, and saying racist things like I'm this so-called racist guy and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then after that debate, they try to send Northern Kingdom brothers after me. My own brother, Iron Donkey, right? Right after the debate with Sakari, after they got their ass whooped, their strategy was, hey, the community, once they saw the debate between me and Deacon Hakah, everybody in the community saw what it was. It was, who fits the curses more, natives or Negroes? I literally made them go against their own doctrine to the point where after that debate, many of these natives and Hispanics were messaging me, hundreds of them messaging me. Why was what's wrong with Sakari? Why were they going against the Latinos and the natives in the debate? I thought we were their brothers. So their next strategy was, well, we can't deal with a Vega because we're Negroes and stuff like that, and we don't want to seem racist to our native brothers. So they sent one of our own people to try to debate me, which was one of my boys, which was the Iron Donkey. You know what I mean? And you know what? And I'm glad that Deacon ain't coming because I was going to expose all this stuff. You know, the reasons why Sakari started going away from color scriptures. Oh, this is not color scriptures anymore, blah, 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 blah. You know why? Because Iron Donkey was secretly learning from me while he was building with the Sakari camp. Okay? And he would go into their Shabbats and show them what he's been learning from me to the point where they were agreeing with it. You know what I mean? They were agreeing with it, not knowing that Iron Donkey used to mess with me. You know what I mean? So I can see why he cowered out. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying you had a problem with what did you just say? You didn't say, hold up. You didn't say, you said Sakari. You said you got a no contact order with Sakari, or you got a no contact order with what is this? You got a no contact order with Sakari, or you got a no contact order with Genesis, because he's from Genesis.
You know, and you see this clown right now that's the messaging? You ain't got a name. That's why he won't talk to you. You see that? But it's crazy. I don't have a name. If I'm this nobody, then why throughout the years you have ISUPK, their elders, they all know me by name. IUIC know me by name. Sakari knows me by name. All of these camps, House of Israel, Army of Israel, all of these elders know who the hell I am. They all know. This is why this clown that right here, he looks like a Northern Kingdom brother. He won't even come in here and defend his weak ass doctrine.
Hey, Soldier Zawan, click that link.
Exactly. He won't do
click
it.
that link, man.
He won't do it. He won't do it because they all know the first thing I'm going to do is attack their nation, their table of nations, and prove how Negroes are not part of their table of nations. You know what I mean? Like I said, I already exposed these demons years ago. You know what they're mad about? They're mad at that. I'll put it like this. If I'm a nobody, why did they come up with a term called Latino lights? Would you like to answer that? the person, whatever your name is, where do you think the term Latino lights came from? Because we all know what Negro lights were. Negro lights was a movement of African Americans that only taught that Negroes were Israelites and not natives, right? To the point where the weak Sakari came out with this thing, Latino lights. What do you think they came that from? Why? Because I've woken up hundreds of Latinos out of your weak camps. They put a no content. But yeah, like I said, they'll battle vocab, James White, all of these other Christians and things of that nature that they claim that they're enemies. Why can't they deal with me?
Hey,
I know
everybody
knows
just
why.
say this. Hold up. Let me say this real quick. If y'all can call out vocab Malone, which y'all would still in the same breath call him a Edomite, if y'all could have these conversations with these white people, why y'all can't have a conversation with a Latino that's saying the book is for his people? If y'all can have a conversation with the Edomite, y'all should be able to have a conversation with the whatever y'all want, Native American, Spaniard, whatever y'all want to call them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we talking about the same book. How many tricks can we run to? When we having these type of conversations, you ain't gonna be able to run to no outside book. So it's a focused, controlled, chaos conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how you could have a conversation with Vocab Malone and think that Misery is the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Peace to you,
You know what
Uncle
I'm
Chucky.
saying? Everybody sees it. I do with all types of walks of life, all different types of religions, all types of beliefs. Wavy has seen me do it over and over, whether you're an atheist, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Rastafarian, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Christian apologist, whether you're a Jew. You know what I'm saying? I don't run. I like having conversations. And he says, vocab, Malone. Listen, vocab knows who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you see how these guys keep saying the same thing? But every person that they would mention, I will put $1,000 that they all know who I am. Matter of fact, vocab, LaRon Campbell, Mike Pereira, they've all learned a lot of things from me. When LaRon and vocab were having the first issue, when they first started dealing with these camps, and I'm very sure that guy that's commenting, he's probably new. Bro, I've been in here for 10 years. Where the hell have you been? I debated Deacon Hakah and Sakari like over 8 years ago. And you're here telling me you don't know who I am? I'm the only person that your weak camp ever erased the debate. After having 20,000 views on your little weak channel, right? You guys were so scared of that debate that you guys erased it because you guys did not want the community to hear the matter.
All right,
Zawan,
is that true, Zawan? Is that true? Zawan says he was part of Sakari. Did that happen with what camp that happened with?
Sakari. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They know who I am.
All right, Zawan. So he said, come on, Zawan. You got to click the link, Zawan. He said y'all deleted. He said he had a debate against your camp and y'all end up deleting the debate. So you say you was in Sakari, so y'all probably know each other or know of each other. So Zawan, come holler at us, man.
They're not allowed to. He already knows it. He has to get permission from his elder. Regular camp members are not allowed to debate. They always got to bring their elder or get permission from their elder. He's not going to hit that link.
Hey, but look though, you and Deacon Hakah wasn't gonna have a debate today. Y'all was just gonna have a discussion.
No, until he found out who it really was. Like you just said, until he found out who it really was, brother, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This clown that's messaging right now, why can't he put one and one together? Why? Why did your deacon at the last minute decided not to? And you're trying to say, oh, because I'm a nobody. Then who was this Jose Vega that he thought was a somebody that he was going to have a dialogue with? But then when he found out who it was, no, I can't have a discussion with him. He's going to ask me some tough ass questions that we can't answer. That's why. Like I said, these guys are, like I said, and you know what's so funny about these guys? And I made posts about it, how these guys turned Christian. For 10 years, Sakari was on the street corner talking about, Gentiles can't be saved. But we all see what Hassad and Deacon have been saying lately. Oh, now it's about Gentiles could be salvation. You know why? Because those Christian apologists have been beating their ass. And where do you think these Christian apologists got their knowledge from? From this guy right here. Vocab, Laron, all of them saw the Sakari debate. I challenge, even if Vocab wasn't here, I would challenge Vocab. Show me where you ever learned about the fourth book of Maccabees. Because when you guys first stepped on the scene, Laron, Mike Pereira, Vocab, they didn't subscribe to the apocrypha. They didn't subscribe to books like Enoch until I showed them. I was like, listen, I told Laron this. I said, listen, Laron, if you want to get at these camps about, these Gentiles being converts, use the apocrypha. The apocrypha is going to be your best bet. And that's exactly what they started to do. They started going against the camp, showing how Anquire, who was an Ammonite, got circumcised, and how Antiochus, the Greek king, converted to being a Jew. So they took that argument. Vocab saw that debate that I had with Sakari. And then, like 2 years later, everybody saw it. Vocab, in front of his whole congregation, started reading the fourth book of Maccabees, talking about, hey, if you want to debunk One West and their Deuteronomy 28 and 68 about going back to Egypt, and he did a presentation in front of his whole congregation. Where do you think Vocab learned that from? This guy here. This is why I'm trying to tell you, they don't want none of that smoke. Why do you think Vocab have never even tried me? But you know who Vocab did try out of people that I knew? Prince Malak. He had a discussion with Vocab. Northern Kingdom Prophets. He had a discussion with Vocab. And these are two of my brothers. But Vocab knew better not to try me. But he knows who I am. Laron, Mike Pereira, all these Christian apologists, they know who I am. Deacon Hakah, Alazar. Know who I am.
Hey, let me just say this. Deacon Hakah know who misery is, because the conversation went like this. I called Deacon Hakah right when we was approaching 3 o'clock. I said, I sent you the link, brother. He said, I thought he was like, I'm still in bed. I thought this was gonna be a phone call. So you gonna have a conversation about the Bible, about your sword in bed. You know what I'm saying? So and then he brought up, and I could make that work. You know what I'm saying? This is show. The show must go on. So if Misery is the only one that's sharing the screen, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it happened. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on the phone, Misery gonna be on the link. We can still make that happen. Then he said, who is this guy on the flyer? Who is this Jose Vega? I say, yeah, that's the dude I told you was gonna be talking to, the native Latino Hebrew. He said, no, I'm not talking to that guy. I'm not talking to him. That's what he said. So Deacon Hakah know who Misery is. You know what I'm saying? So brother Zawan, click the link and come have a conversation with him, man. I think it'll be a good conversation. I just sent the link out to my brother Maharakar. We definitely gonna try to get some understanding before Misery got to go in for work. I thought we was gonna have a powerful conversation today. And when we talk about, it says Uncle Chucky says, Jose say he inspiring false prophets out here.
Inspiring? It's not inspiring. It's teaching them how to go against their enemies. Like I said, One West is probably one of the easiest doctrines to defeat. I have more issues with Jews. You see it with the Yakad and these rabbis than I have with One West.
right, we got Martin. We got Martin on the way. Uncle Mahara Car on the way. Yeah. All right. So Zawan says, "What combo?" Basically, Zawan, we can go anywhere. You know, I'm anywhere around the book with this convo. Like the convo with Deacon Hakah, it wasn't a set topic. You know what I'm saying? They were just gonna get into the information, find out where they disagree at, and then we can make something of that. But it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessarily a set topic that we came here to discuss today. So, Zawan, you can come up here and holler. All right, we're looking at.
Hold on, let me see what. Why does it look all flirty like that? Damn, what the hell? Why does it look so bright? Okay. Yeah. To that Sakari brother that's on. Y'all don't know who this is? Is he not one of the elders from, what is it, House of Israel or Army of Israel? Yeah. And he made a post. This came out like 4 or 5 years ago. So this is what I'm talking about. When these guys say, "Oh, no one knows who you are." They all know who I am. They avoid me. They can't have a conversation with me because they know things are going to get exposed. He says, "You fucking heathen spicks popping off saying we are Hamites." Yeah? Y'all don't know who I am. Y'all don't know who I am. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Hold on. When I go on my Facebook page, I can show you ISUPK. They all know who I am. Captain Cesari, I can know who I am. Hey, Yash has been on that. What is it? That radio show that they used to have. Across the Line or whatever that show was. And you know what? Captain Cesari told my partner Ayash that what we're bringing out is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. You guys go over here teaching that we're Canaanites. I can show you screenshots of Deacon Hakah threatening my life, all my messenger. Talking about, oh, you won't you? Oh, yeah. Deacon Hakah has threatened my life multiple times on my messenger. Because like I said, me and Deacon used to be cool. Because I used to help him during some of his debates when he was stuck on scripture and he couldn't remember certain scripture when he was debating certain individuals. And, I would be on the comment board. Hey, brother, the scripture you're looking for is this. Boom, 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 boom. This scripture over here, bro. And Deacon Hakah used to thank me at the end of a lot of his debates. I could show you hundreds of messages between me and Deacon. Hundreds. And he threatened my life. Talk about go see my camp in Orlando. We have murderers. We have murderers in our camp. Go over there and tell them that they're Canaanites. Yeah? Okay.
All right. So the brother Zawan, he ain't gonna come up, man. I guess he was gonna be like a one of those guys that's gonna be on Deacon's side while you got Shower Shauna.
He's a Sakari member.
So he says, "Why you so dangerous like that?"
He said, "Why you say dangerous like that?" I don't know.
Oh, he said, "Say dangerous." All right, yeah. He said you probably stalking brothers. Misery, are you out here stalking Black Hebrew Israelites for a debate?
Never. See, this is what I'm talking about. These guys, they hate the Bible. They hate it. They act like if the Most High said he don't like slander. He don't like a lying tongue. Brother, I can go, like I said, brother, I can show you screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of your camp. Specifically your camp. Talking shit about me. I didn't have to go on Sakari's weak-ass channel or their pages being like, hey, why are you ignoring me? Like I said, I can show you the evidence. I've been showing the evidence for years about how One West, especially the Sakari camp, went on a slander campaign against me. The hell you guys talking about? I didn't have to reach out. Matter of fact, all the conversations I had with Deacon is Deacon reaching out to me. The hell you guys talking about?
You said you used to help Deacon in his debates.
Yeah, when Deacon, like I said, 7 to 8 years ago, before this guy was probably in the truth, yeah, the Sakari was infamous going on social media and having debates with Christians and all these different type of Christians and Christian apologists and things of that nature. And I used to watch some of it. And sometimes when the Deacon will be debating, he will be forgetting scripture. He'd be like, damn, what's the scripture I'm looking for? Oh, well, hold on, let me think. And then I would type in and give him the answer. But like, hey, man, this is the scripture you're looking for. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for posting it, Jose. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. Brother, stop it. Matter of fact, there's brothers on that's watching this live right now that can attest to it. Ask the sister Martha. Ask the brother Sergio. Once Angel and Martin start getting on here, they'll all attest to it. Dawad, all of these brothers would attest to it. You guys went on a slander campaign. Matter of fact, like I said, he said, who bothered who? Matter of fact, like I said, Wavy, didn't I show you multiple times on this channel the post where Deacon Hakah made a no contact against me?
Nah, I didn't see that. I thought you said that was Sakari.
Yeah, Deacon is Sakari.
Nah, Deacon is with
No, brother, Deacon used to be in the Sakari. He was Alazar's right-hand man.
Hold up. It say Deacon is with the he with Genesis. Deacon is with Genesis.
Yeah, he just came up with that like 8 months ago. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like
8 months ago, he started coming with that stuff. But Deacon used to be a part of Sakari for like almost a decade. For a decade.
Okay.
And then it was I showed you plenty of times. Deacon Hakah made a no contact order on me.
All right, so Zawan say he about to hit the link. And Shawashana says Deacon is now with Genesis though.
Exactly.
All right, let me find Captain Tazoriak. I forgot his real name. Let me find Captain Tazoriak.
Tyree. His name is Tyree, like the Canaanites.
How you spell it?
What is it? Tyre? E, or something. I think that's how he spells it.
Damn, I know he ain't blocking me. Yeah, it was like Tyree Glass or some shit like that. Let me see. All right, click that link, Zawan. Say when he was in the Sakari, yes, he sent out a no contact order upon Jose Vega.
There you go. Everybody knows it. Everybody. I am the only person that the Sakari put a no contact order on. Me and my partner.
All right, hold up. You saying Deacon Hakah put a no contact order on you?
Of course, yeah. He was the one specifically who did it. It wasn't Alazar. It was Deacon.
Goddamn. So you think that came from the higher ups, or you think he was calling the shots on that?
What do you mean about today?
No, about him putting a no contact order on you. Did that come from the higher ups, or did he put
brother, he is brother. Deacon, it was like I already told you. The leaders of Sakari were Alazar and Deacon. There is no higher up in that camp. It's them two at that time. Hold on, I'm about to show it to you. I still got that screenshot somewhere, bro. I gotta look for it. I got it though.
All right. Let me see. Did the brother come in? Did I drop the link? Yeah, I dropped the link. Brother, I have a screenshot of the no contact order.
Here it is. Here's one from ISUPK. This is the elder from California, the California camp of ISUPK. Right? I think his name was Chazak Yad. That was his name. Right? And he titled his video, Beat Down Against the Ancient Watchman, which is me and my partner. Like I said, these guys can make up all the nonsense they want. They all know, every single elder. It don't matter what camp you want to mention. No matter what camp you want to mention. Their elder knows exactly who I am. ISUPK, House of Israel, Army of Israel, Nation of Kings and Priests, all of them.
I say, I think this sister Lilith, she says it was on June 29th, 2018.
Look at that, 2018. There it is.
Chris, what's goody?
What's happening, bro? So look, this is what I'm gonna tell you guys, because I've been typing it, but bro, he talks too much that he's not reading what I'm typing. I have not been in the Sakari for years. Around that time frame that he is talking about, I was in the Sakari. I don't remember no Jose Vega's name. I don't remember nobody putting out a no contact order. I don't remember it being a topic. As far as him saying like, oh, well, I'm the only person in history they've ever put out a no contact order for. That is absolutely not true. Anybody that's considered a bug and that is not a fruitful conversation, or it turns into words that are getting violent and things like that, they will put a no contact order out on. That brother, he's lying. The Lord hates a lying tongue, and he's sitting on here lying. I don't got no reason to lie.
I'll give you $1,000. I'll give you $1,000.
Hold on.
I'll give you $1,000.
Hold up, Misery. Let him finish, and you gonna go next.
Yeah, let me go further, bro, because I'm gonna say this right now, and Deacon will tell you this. I'm not friends with Deacon, bro. I'm not friends with Alazar, bro. I'm out here in Phoenix. I got a couple brothers from the Sakari that used to be in the Sakari that I'm still cool with. I'm not a camp nigga, bro. So he can't pull that your leader stuff on me, and you guys are just following him. I'm just telling him if he had a bigger name, Deacon would be on here. Because as far as I know, Deacon chases the name. That's why, or not, I don't want to say chases the name, but more eyeballs are gonna be there. That's why a Vocab Malone to get some play before he would, or a Sidnetta, or whoever the case may be. That's all I'm saying. The brother's just on here lying, though, man. A lot of people have had no contact orders. There's brothers y'all ain't never heard of that have had no contact orders, and that's a fact.
Let him respond to you, brother Chris.
Okay, come on.
There it is. You see how the even the sister even typed it in. But he, like you said, he never heard of me. This guy's a clown. He's lying. He's lying through his teeth. Okay? How can you hate Deacon and Hakah and be in their camp? That doesn't right.
I don't hate. Hold on. I never said I hated
Deacon.
I'll
let you speak.
I never said I hated him, though. Don't misrepresent
what
I
said.
said, bro.
I don't like him. I don't like Deacon. I don't like Alazar.
I said I'm not his friend. I said I'm not Alazar's friend. I didn't say anything about like or hate. Don't lie on me, brother. The Most High hates a lying tongue.
Here we go.
All right, hold on. Who is Alazar? Who is Alazar? Is that Deacon?
Gorilla.
Okay.
Alazar is Gorilla Hebrew.
All right, hold on, Chris. Go ahead, Misery.
And who is Alazar? Is he not? Was he not the leader of the Sakari camp for like a decade?
Yes.
And how the hell did you get a part of his camp without their approval?
What are you talking about without their approval? Where are you getting this stuff from?
Meaning, no nilly-willy person could just be like, you know what? I'm a part of the Sakari camp now.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, bro? So but what does that have to do with anything?
You guys have a Shabbat that you guys go on street corners every Shabbat, and you guys have elders and leaders. How did you get around these elders who are your elders and not know who Deacon and Alazar were?
Brother, did I say I didn't know who they were?
Brother, you just said that you didn't like them.
You hold on. You just told me
that you didn't like them. You didn't say I hated them, but you said I didn't like those brothers. How
can I did not. I did. Listen, how many people are watching this?
And then say that you don't like them. Brother, that
I
would have
did,
been blasphemy
brother.
in the
All right, let him answer your question, Misery. Let him answer your
Yeah,
question.
please, because I don't even want to answer nothing because he didn't ask nothing. All I'm saying is this. I never said I did not like them. I said I am not neither one of their friends. That's what I said, brother. I didn't say nothing about hating or disliking nobody. That's all. And
everybody
he's
All
has
right,
their
lying.
Misery.
own.
All of that hula and getting emotional and trying to overtalk is because he's just sitting here full of shit.
All right,
That's
let me
really
let
all
me
it
ask
is.
let me ask this question real quick. Chris,
What's up?
have you ever heard of the Native Watchmen or Native Warriors of Israel? Have you ever heard of that?
No, is it a camp?
Ancient
No,
Watchmen.
that's basically. I think that's Misery. That what is that? Your group or that's your YouTube channel? Which one is it?
That was our old YouTube channel, Ancient Watchmen.
Yeah, I've
You,
never heard of that.
you never heard of that? All right, so
No.
Misery. He probably just don't know you, Misery.
Well, I don't know him either. I don't know
Yeah, but
every.
I didn't claim to be some renowned teacher.
Hold on. I don't know every. I don't know every week. I don't know every week camp member. I said, and everybody
It
heard me
sounds
say,
good on the
"Hold
internet,
on,
bro.
sir."
You sound
See, this
good
is
on the internet,
you,
bro.
you hear him. Oh, this is why he's interrupting me because he's the devil. Bitch, you're doing the same shit, and you've been doing
Come
this since you
on,
got on. You're the
Misery,
devil.
Misery. Relax,
You're
Misery.
the
You gotta
devil.
relax.
The hell are you talking about? Now, first of all, I made the statement. I said all of your
Feminine as hell, man.
elders know who the hell I am. I don't give a fuck about you young members who don't even debate the word. I don't care about any of y'all. I've never seen this guy in my life
All right,
debating
hold
anywhere.
up, Misery. Hold
Debating
up, Misery.
anywhere.
Hold up, Misery. Hey, Chris, do y'all believe that Mexicans and Latinos is a part of the 12 tribes?
Of course he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so when you have a conversation with a lot of the Latinos and Mexicans, and y'all put them in y'all chart, but they would call y'all Canaanites. How y'all take up with that?
That don't bother me, bro. I know Negro onlys that call them Edomites and Spaniards. That don't bother me at all. I think it's all crazy. You feel me? So I know I see it. I see it on both sides.
So how do
And I
we
know
how
that
do we
biblically, and I know that sorry, but I know that biblically the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom have been at odds since the death of Solomon, right? So
so you basically saying both of them are part of it, they just not getting along. That's just they been not getting along.
it's as far as my experience goes, bro. And again, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me preference this. I am not somebody that's gonna proclaim to be some great teacher and edifier and all of this. There are a lot of people that can explain this better than me. But
Right.
as far as my experience goes in this walk, the vast majority are like Negroes and Mex or Latinos are Israelites. There's a small minority that say only Negroes, and there's a small minority that say only Latinos. I don't
I
see that
agree.
a lot though.
I agree with you. I agree with
Right.
you. Peace to you, Uncle Lance. All right, Misery. So let's have a fruitful conversation. Um, brother, brother, brother Misery. What would you go first? Cause Chris, he on the panel. He ain't ran from you. What would you go as far as the Bible
Brother,
discussion?
brother, you just heard it out of his own mouth. He said that he's not a teacher and he's not basically qualified. So
You
why
know
would
what's
I
funny?
even?
Sorry,
Because
but
there it is.
no, but what's
There it
funny?
is.
Hold on. What's funny
Here we
about that
go,
is this.
brother, stop,
What
brother. Wave, you keep seeing it over and over again. He keeps interrupting me. But then when I return the favor, I'm this and I'm that. But that's
All
what I'm
right,
saying. These demons
all
are
right.
they're
Hold up,
why am I a
hypocrites
Misery.
demon,
Hold up,
bro?
Misery.
Why am I a
because
Misery.
you're a
demon?
Hold up, Misery.
hypocrite. You're against the Bible.
Man,
Hold
if
on,
you
Wavy.
call me that in
Does
my
the
face,
Bible
bro,
say do not
I'll
hold
slap
on?
skin off
Does
of
the
your
Bible
face, man.
say
Just to
do
know, just
not
so you know.
interrupt a man in the midst of his
Then
speech?
why you keep
Yay or nay?
interrupting? And that's not a
Look, there
commandment
you go.
either.
Look, I
Is
already
that a
caught you
commandment?
4 times doing it.
Is that
I
a
caught you
commandment?
4 times doing it,
I
and
got
I'm calling
I
you
got a
out on
Bible
it,
question for you,
and you're still doing it.
brother. I got a Bible question for you. You're a teacher, right?
You
I
don't
got
even
a
believe in
Bible
the Bible.
question for you.
I already told you what you don't believe in the Bible, but go ahead with your
All
Bible
right,
question.
The Bible says, "Do not interrupt a man in the midst of his speech." Is that a sin? Yes or no?
No, it's not a sin.
Then stop telling me not to do it. Next. See how
Do
easy
you
that
hear
was?
this? Hey, Lance, do you hear this?
See how easy
The
that
Most
was?
High is telling you how to conduct yourself. He's
These
saying,
niggas be
The
F what the
Most
Most
High
High
didn't
has said.
say that. The Most High didn't say that. You're telling me those are the Most High's words? Oh, you're not that
So the
sharp.
Most
I
High
think I
doesn't say he
can
doesn't
take
like
this
equal
debate after
outcome.
all.
The Most High say he doesn't like an unbalanced scale. Yes.
That's the Most High said that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what I find funny? You guys all the time
See what
say
I'm
that the
saying?
Bible
Yes or
is
no?
inspired by God. Yeah, the Bible is inspired by God, but here you
Yes or
are
no? I
saying
never
it's
said that.
not.
Stop saying you God,
Hold
bro.
on. Sorry, hold on. Wait. Yes, it was God who said it. It was through God. It was through a messenger, through God, according to your own doctrine. But here you are now saying that Isaiah, Jeremiah were speaking things out of their own Vinicius, their own words,
That's not in
without
Isaiah
the
or
power of the Most
Jeremiah.
High.
I thought you knew the Bible, bro. That not interrupting a man in the midst of his speech is not in Isaiah or Jeremiah. What are you talking
Did I
about?
say it was?
Then
You
why are
see,
you talking
is that
about Isaiah and Jeremiah, bro?
delusion?
Do you
Delusion.
hear how
Did I
sharp
say
this
that?
brother
Did I
is
say
not?
it
This is
was
why
Isaiah?
Deacon ain't on
Did I
here.
say it was Isaiah and Jeremiah?
This is why Deacon ain't on here. He's a waste of my time. Imagine somebody like Deacon, bro. His brother talking about he's scholarly. He done taught
Hey,
vocab and
Chris.
all. Come on, bro. What's up, bro?
Hey, Chris. Let me ask you this: when we talk
Uh-huh.
about Jesus and Paul, how you take the Jesus and the Paul doctrine? How you take all that?
You gotta that's kind of a broad question. Can you narrow it down for me a little bit? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean by take
I
all that?
got you.
Like,
So, like when we
yeah.
talk about, I got you. So you have people that say Paul taught his own doctrine. You have people that say Jesus was blaspheming. You will have people that say Jesus tried to act like God. You will have
Mhm.
people that say the white man tampered with the New Testament. You feel
Mhm.
like the Bible is perfect, or how you feel about all that?
When you say perfect, do I like there's no blemishes in, no discrepancies? That what you mean?
Like the white man, like basically, you
I'm
know how
gonna
they
say
say the
this,
white
bro.
man did this and that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, bro. I believe the word of God is perfect. I believe that the commandments are perfect and holy. Everything else, I don't really. I could do away with everything else and not care, honestly. So when we go to thus saith the Lord, when we start talking about
So
commandments, and like that brother just mentioned, Isaiah's and Jeremiah's, when they're going into prophecies and things like that, then I will hang my hat on that 100%. When we start getting into Paul and all of this other stuff, bro, I don't need any of it. I could just throw it away and keep the commandments. That's how. And mind you, let me say this, bro. I used to be in the Sakari. I am not, nor have I not been in the Sakari for years. So this, I'm not saying that this is their stance. Nothing that I say is going to fall on them because I'm not a member and I have not been for a while. I just wanted to preference that.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you saying that we shouldn't believe in the Gospels?
Listen, I believe that every man should work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. And so for me, like I just said, bro, I'm not somebody that pretends to be super scholarly and some super teacher and all that, but I do know 2 + 2 = 4. So at the end of the day, I'm supposed to keep God's commandments. And if anything else is not that, then I have no problem with doing away with it and concentrating on keeping the commandments, you know. The Bible says that brother should know this, but the Bible says in Sirach, better is he with little knowledge, but keep the commandments of God than he with much knowledge and transgresses the commandments of God. So that's kind of how I concentrate on my walk, bro.
Already,
You know?
already. Uncle Lance, you was
Yeah,
trying
I
to say
rock with
something?
that. No, I was just saying I rock with that. I hear
Huh.
what he's saying. I don't mess with Paul at all, bro. But
I ain't mad
you
at
don't
it.
you don't need the writings of Paul
That's
to
right.
get the laws of the Most High. See, I look at it like this. He said, "I set before you life and death. Choose life." Right? Where the Bible is set before you. Life is in the law. Death is the New Testament to me. That's to me.
Hmm.
Because I see that it's a discrepancy with what Paul is teaching, whether it's being mistranslated or misquoted. Regardless, the law is in the beginning. It's in the law and the prophets. It's in Torah. So you don't really need the New Testament at all to obey the laws of the Most High. Matter of fact, they're not even given in the New Testament unless you just include in the Ten Commandments. Is way more that we as Israelites and not priests can keep the law. Way more laws than to keep than the Ten Commandments. But we not in the land. You know what I'm saying? We not with no priests. So
Yeah.
it's some things that because we are like We not Gentiles because we know who we are now, but we come from the Gentile tribes, which are Israel, that have been scattered. So we've been without the law. So what you find is the 10 commandments is best just given to those who have been scattered, as opposed to trying to get people that grew up in different cultures to follow the culture of the Israelites. So the 10 commandments is given to us for that reason. But that's just the beginning. That's just the schoolmaster. That's, you don't just learn from your teacher and then don't build on what you learn, and you ain't no good student, or nor was it a good teacher. So it's just the beginning stuff that you go to start you off with to get you on the right path to be able to learn more, to understand more. But I don't mess with none of that stuff Paul talking about, because Paul turned himself into a Christ, or whoever the writer is of Paul, or whatever they was trying to display in the New Testament. They made him be the Messiah and made Jesus be God, and that's all false.
I can deal with that. I don't got no problem with throwing Paul away.
All right.
Let me ask the brother Chris, why did you leave the Sakari camp?
Why did I leave? Well, first of all, it was before all of the shit with Gorilla had came out. I just left, bro, because I had to tend to my household, bro. I'm a single father, and I couldn't make it my number one priority anymore, and that's required when you're in that walk. And if I'm being quite honest, there are some brothers that I love dearly that are still in camps, but the brotherhood ain't all it's cracked up to be in my walk. I can't speak for everybody.
Do the camps like ISUPK, Sakari, and them, do they subscribe to Paul's writings?
The ISUPK, as far as I know, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The majority of camps, I'm saying. I'm not saying just ISUPK.
The majority of camps, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 100% of camps that I'm familiar with subscribe to Paul's teachings. Yes.
Okay.
That's what made me not join. When I sat down and laid out what all the stuff that Paul was saying, and then you show what the Most High said, or whoever this being is that was the angel of the Lord said, I would not give my glory to another. And then you see that Paul said that God gave his glory to Jesus. I'm like, hold on, bro. He just said he ain't gonna give his glory to another 2,000 years ago. So now all of a sudden he did.
Right.
I started seeing and then I started seeing all the prophecies. A lot of the prophecies that they attribute to, Christ, like Emmanuel, you see those prophecies that had already been fulfilled in the Old Testament. You feel what I'm saying? Like the child that was supposed to be born. That child was already born. That's how you know King Ahaz had favor.
Let me ask you a question, Lance. When you just made the statement about how Yahweh doesn't share his glory, correct?
That's what the scriptures say.
Okay, but you subscribe to the Book of Enoch. I know that you subscribe to the Book of Enoch because we've had this discussion before, correct? In the Book of Enoch, doesn't it say that the elect one, that not only is he going to sit on the throne of the Most High, that he's also going to get the glory and the worship? Does not the Book of Enoch say that?
Well, you have to have that up with the Most High, and what was said in Isaiah 42:8. When he said, I will not.
Brother, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about the Book of Enoch. And again, you subscribe to it. So
okay,
hold on.
What I'm telling you, listen what I'm telling you.
I understand you subscribe to the
I
Old
understand what's in the Book of Enoch.
Cool.
But what is in the Torah?
If you understand, brother, if you understand from the Book of Enoch, I even heard you even one time, it was like 2 months ago, you were even in the Book of Enoch on Wavy's channel discussing Noah, about how Noah was an albino and things of that, and you were quoting from Enoch? What was it? What chapter was that again? I forget the Book of Enoch. Is it 48?
Yeah,
I believe it's Enoch 48 when he talks about that. So you do subscribe to this book. So when you make statements,
when you say
like
subscribe, hold on.
Hold on. Share his glory.
Hold on,
but
Misery.
You know that he does.
Misery, you got a habit of putting words in people's mouth and making an assumption as though it's fact.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's true.
When you say subscribe, do I look at it and find knowledge in it? Yes, but I know Christian interpolation has gotten in all of our books. They tried to write us out of the book. Okay, so you got to look at certain things, like when you see words like Christ in the Book of Enoch and Jesus, any references, you know that it's Christian interpolation, because during that time the Israelites did not believe in a human Messiah. They attribute their Messiah to divine beings. The angel of the Lord was their Messiah. That's who they called upon. That's who the Lord sent. So when you ask me to compare what the Israelites truly believed in, let's say the Torah, let's say that they got they knowledge don't just stop. It don't start with the Torah. You know, Abraham came from the land of Ur. They had that's where you get your Yahweh and your Michael and your Gabriel and all of those different names. They come from Mesopotamia in the first place. That's where Abraham come from. You disagree?
So let me say this then. So when brothers like Jesse, you know, he's on this channel all the time, the Muslim brother. So when he says things like your Bible has been corrupted, so you're basically agreeing with the Muslim stance that the Bible has been corrupted. When you just made the statement,
I'm telling you, the New Testament is corruption.
Christian interpolation into the book. Isn't that?
Yes, the New Testament is a Christian interpolation. Wouldn't
that be an example of corruption in your Torah?
Bro, I'm telling you that the New Testament is a corruption.
No, brother. I didn't mention the New Testament. You just said when books like Enoch, hold on, you said books like Enoch and you know, the Apocrypha, these outside books, right? When they mention Jesus by name and stuff like that, you just said that the reason why it's in there is because you could tell that is Christian interpolation that they put in the book.
Yes.
Okay, then so you would have to agree with Muslims when they say that their Old Testament or even the New Testament has been corrupted.
Now you playing again. You doing it again because what you was just talking about was the Apocrypha and the Book of Enoch. Now you done took your question back to the Old Testament.
I got a question. Exactly. I got a question. What do you believe in, bro? You got everybody else on a hot seat. What's your take on everything? What is your deal, man? I'm talking to the brother. I forget his name. The brother that don't nobody know his name. Misery. There you go, Misery. What's your get down, man?
Like I said, it's crazy that he makes the remark that nobody knows my name, but I literally just show screenshots from leaders of the ISUPK, Army of Israel, and even your deacon know exactly who I am. So
he's not my deacon, bro. Why you keep saying that?
I didn't say your deacon. I said the deacon.
Oh, okay.
These elders.
Well, what's your get down, bro? I understand all that. What's your get down?
As I said, that because at the end of the day, that's what you guys should be caring about your elders.
What is your get down, bro? Why don't you answer the question? What's your get down?
You know what? If you want to learn my stance, then look at my channel.
Then I'm out of here, man. I don't got no time for this. Hey, brother that invited me on, I appreciate it. But this guy's a clown, and I'm out of here.
Don't go nowhere, Chris. I'm trying to learn from you, bro.
He has to run, brother. He has to run.
I'm trying to have a question.
Misery. Hold up. Misery. Just answer his question. Come on, Misery.
Wavy, you know, if my belief is going to take a long time to explain.
Hold on, bro. You just asked all of us. You just asked us the same question that he asking you.
What did I say, Lance? What did I ask you about your stinking beliefs or his stinking beliefs?
You just asked me if I subscribe to the book.
Hey, man, you're a crybaby, man. You're a crybaby, man, and you ain't fair either, man. You're just a crybaby.
This is why there are Canaanites.
All right, hold on. Misery. Hold on. Hey, we got. Look at this nigga. Hold on. We got 4 minutes.
This was goofy, man.
Hold on. We got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes till 4:00. Misery, please. Explain to the brother Chris, because can you please explain to the brother Chris your get down? That's all he asking. What set you claiming?
I'll give you a short version.
Thank you.
Okay. The Bible is a book about one race of people and one race of people only. It's about Native American history from this side of the world. It has nothing to do with the Eastern Hemisphere. It is a stolen book. And if you have watched any of my debates or things, I have proven this over and over and over. Okay, it has nothing to do with it. It's about
you said it's Native American history.
The Bible is not, brother. You see, they wonder Canaanite dogs barking.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you what. If you call me a Canaanite dog in my face, I'll slap you in the back of your head, man.
Asking me
I'll make you take my trash out, man.
Bro, you don't even look like a Canaanite. He just talking.
Interrupting it. They keep interrupting it.
This nigga look like one of us.
So you guys
right.
can care less about my beliefs. You don't care.
Yeah.
If you
did care, you emotional. You emotional, man.
You would hear this.
You emotional, man.
You would hear this.
Why you emotional?
Hey,
You would
Chris,
hear
this is the way he
this.
believes. He believes
You would
that
hear
the
this
Israelites do not,
if you were
that
interested
black
in my
African
belief.
Americans are Canaanites, and that we call them Latinos. In all of them are the Israelites, and none of them. But let me explain his ignorance, because
Okay.
he don't realize that the Northern Kingdom and Ephraim went into Asia, eventually going into Siberia, and then crossing over into the Americas. That's only Ephraim. That's the part of the Israelites that took on the Egyptian paradigm. That's why you see Egyptian artistry in China, in Japan, in the Americas, in Alaska. You see that because they took that. That was them. Now, the Southern Kingdom is attributing to the Northern Africa, the Southern Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, and eventually migrating into West Africa. So that's two different groups of people that come from the same seed. So you made a false statement. So when you see now
right.
check this out. Here's the tripped out part. The black European nobility is also from the Israelites. That's why they have the Lion of Judah and the Unicorn of Ephraim on their family coat of arms. Now, when you see the black European coming to America,
hold up, Uncle Lance. Misery. Did you just say that the Bible is just for the Northern Kingdom? Did you say that?
Never said that.
I think he's saying
All
the
right, go
Northern
ahead,
and
Uncle
the
Lance.
Southern Kingdom are Latinos.
yeah,
Everybody's Latino.
that's his ignorance. So I just
said
pointed
that
it out.
the
Clearly, it's
Bible
not.
has taken place. It's a Native American book. You know, it's so funny.
How is it a
because
Native American book? Hold on. How is it a Native American book?
Explaining anything to these Canaanites, bro. They keep interrupting. So I'm just like,
That's
No,
cool, bro.
it's a
I'm
qualified.
comfortable.
All right, this is my last question.
I'm the one that's being emotional, but yeah, they bring
I'm trying to understand how
hold
is it a
on, real
Native
quick.
American book and it's not even an American book?
It don't even got no Native American tongue.
I'm trying to understand. Native American means like original American. How the hell is a Bible an original American book? Make that make sense, brother.
Now, bro, Chris. Now, I will say this, and it might not be well understood because you probably ain't read what I read, but some of the Native Americans or Aboriginals were Israelites.
No, I believe that, bro. I believe Native Americans are wholeheartedly Israelites from the tribe of Gad, for sure. That's what I believe.
Well, no, not just you got Naphtali. I can show you the maps. Look.
Well, look, bro, what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. I believe that the Northern Kingdom are Latinos. I believe that. So I believe all of that. You feel what I'm saying? So as far as like they're all Latinos, I don't even care about that, bro. Just like I don't care about the nigga talking about it's all Negroes. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You feel me? So I just wanted to hear what bro's stance was. What's up?
Let me ask this question, Misery. So you saying the Northern and the Southern Kingdom are Latinos? That's what you saying, Misery?
And Wavy, I don't know why you're asking me these questions when you see me on your channel multiple times.
Probably because you're on a platform to answer questions, bro.
We never discussed
brother,
the
hold
Northern
on, wait,
and the Southern Kingdom.
Wavy.
Being
I've had
Latinos.
Wavy. On your channel, I already had 2 debates of what you're asking me. You have had these so-called Africans talking about wanting to debate me about where Israel is, right? I've done it twice with Chucky. What was my claim that all of this took
more
place?
People know me than they know you. Not to cut you off, Brothers Zawan jumped on the panel. I'm a ghetto superstar out here. I try to tell you. Don't nobody know you. What's your name? Missionary?
Here we go. Bro, ain't nobody know who you are. Wavy don't even know you are. Lance don't even know who you are.
Nobody knows you, missionary.
Lance know who the hell I am. Listen, the reason why a lot of these people are coming on to Wavy's channel is because of me. Chucky, those Rastafarians. Hold on. Rastafarians.
Hold up,
and many
hold
of these
up.
brothers that
Hold
on
up,
the channel, they all came from me.
Hold up, Misery.
So stop it.
To
you
get
guys
back
are
to the
clowns
question.
with this. You're on this guy's channel.
Hold up,
Misery.
Misery. 1 second. To get back to the question. You said yes, the Northern and the Southern Kingdom are Native Americans, right?
No, not every Native American are Israelites. That's a ridiculous statement. If I'm telling you that the Bible took place over here in the Western Hemisphere, it had nothing to do with the Eastern Hemisphere, what am I saying? That you're going to have natives that are Moabites, Ammonites, and all of these different nations. Okay, you see me do it on your, like I said, Wavy. Like I said, I don't know why you're over here playing the devil's advocate when you see me talk about this.
Bro, you
multiple
know,
times on your channel.
I don't remember. I remember specifically you saying that your overall claim, but I don't remember you going into Northern and Southern Kingdom. Let me say this real quick. Apparently, Chris Harris got a wife. Chris Harris' wife, Andrea Harris, says, "I don't know you either. Nobody watches that dude. Fuck out of here." Do you know Chris Harris, Misery?
I can show you a screenshot where Chris Harris tried me on Judah Nazareth's channel. I can show you screenshots from the Yakad, from JJ7000 in the Lion's Den, all clowning how I beat the living crap out of freaking Chris Harris. The hell is he talking about? That's what I'm saying.
Who is this
you know,
right
you know
here?
the difference between me and this is why I keep before this brother kept jumping on saying nobody knew me, and I had to show you screenshots.
Nobody knows. The comments are saying that too.
Listen,
Nobody knows you.
brother. Nobody said it, but your Canaanite ass. Okay.
I'm reading the shit, bro. What you talking about? Can you read,
every one of these people know exactly who I am, and I've been showing the screenshots. What are you
so
talking
they all
about?
lying on you. Everybody lying on you.
Hold on. Now you said that Chris Harris claimed he don't know who I am, when everybody knew. Matter of fact, if Judah Naz was here right now, he would call Chris Harris a clown because Chris Harris specifically called me out twice. All right, he called me out twice.
Who is this right here?
Channel. Okay.
Who is this right here? Who is this right here?
I don't even know who that is.
All right, go ahead.
You see that guy? I refuse to debate him. See, that guy actually knew who I am. So what these guys talking about? I will keep it. Like I said, unlike these guys, I have the evidence. Wait, you've been seeing me show it when these guys said, "Oh, nobody knows who you am," but yet I'm showing you the elders of these camps knowing who the hell I am. Chris Harris on Judah Nazareth Trap called me out, talking about what was your main source about natives claiming to be Israelites, and everybody saw how I brought what they call a primary source, and I embarrassed him on that topic. I don't know why he's claiming he don't know me. That's crazy.
Who did you?
Hey, Chris Harris,
who was his source?
Like I said, hey Wavy, tag Judah Nazareth.
What up, Wavy? What up, Lance?
We'll catch who's lying right now.
Yeah, there are no primary sources to prove that Latinos are Israelites. Scientifically, it doesn't align. He uses camp doctrine to try to prove it. And two, he also tries to use a silly ass book to try to prove Native Americans are Israelites. Scientifically, it just don't line up. And he thought he won a debate, but there was no debate. And I think Lance would know just listening to this guy. Me and him has never had a debate. He's batshit crazy, honestly. It's homicidal, some of the stuff he talking. So it's just simple. Where are the so-called Latinos at in the so-called Middle East? Where are they at in the Levant? Where are you guys at? Can you just show us? Can you show me scientifically where you guys resided at?
Like I said, it's like these guys don't listen. I just not even I don't know if you just hopped on.
I just hopped on. When you saw my face, you were quick. When you saw my face, you were quick to mention my name. You were quick to mention past events. But now I'm asking you for primary sources. And the source that you use, which is not a primary source, it is a secondary, tertiary source, which does not support anything that you're saying. That's right. Keep talking and yelling over me as I'm talking. No one cares. So then when I ask you a direct question, all of a sudden, you don't have an answer. You start going back to something that was said 5 minutes ago. You know I just got here. So I'm asking you, show Lance, show Super Wavy the proof.
What's the question again, Chris?
to show
primary
Latinos and
source
stuff like
showing
that in
that
the
the
Eastern Hemisphere.
that the Latinos are
We're in the Levant.
Israelites.
Yeah, the show no Israelites. No, we're in the Levant.
Hey, Lance, you can answer the question for me. What did I just say 5 minutes ago about how the Bible
I
has nothing
told
to
you
do with
guys
what?
he wasn't gonna show it.
Brother, I already answered it. I'll answer it again. I already said it. My stance is the Bible is a stolen book from the Western Hemisphere. Has nothing to do with the Eastern Hemisphere. I said it. That's why I
That's
said,
not the
if you were here
question that
5
I
minutes ago,
asked
hold
you.
on. If you were
That's
here
not the
5
question I
minutes ago,
asked you. I didn't ask you
here's the
anything about a
Canaanite
book.
dog.
I
Again,
asked you
he's
to
talking
prove
about,
to me
he's talking me. Oh, that's why
scientifically
he's talking
that
over me. But here's the
Latinos or
Canaanite
Latin
dog
people
now
were
talking
in the
over
Levant
me.
region. And now you're telling me about a Bible and it's a stolen text and all this other nonsense.
Lance was here when I said it. Not even 5 minutes ago.
Why would
That's
you
what I'm
say
saying.
that the Northern Kingdom would be Latinos when
Lance,
they
no.
actually
Lance,
they
stop.
moved through
Don't
Asia?
let them off the hook. We want to keep them right there, Lance. He
Are you
has
saying
to
the
show us
Latinos are Asian?
scientifically that he is these people. You have to show us scientifically through the science of archaeology, anthropology. Show us some ancient writings. Just please show us. You're not giving me anything.
I'm not here to debate.
Exactly.
I am not here to debate.
You was
And
just trying to
and
debate
hold
the
on,
other
I'm not here
Chris.
to debate.
I
Hold
know
on.
he was.
I'm not here to debate. At the end of the day, like I said, the proof
Hey,
is
super
in the pudding.
wavy, super
Hold
wavy. You
on,
know
the
what we
proof is
call
in
that?
the
You know what
pudding.
we call that,
The
bro?
proof is
You know
in
what
the
we call that,
pudding.
bro? Hey man, no one
The proof
cares.
is in the pudding,
Now it's
brother.
in the pudding.
And again, Wavy, I want you to, like I said, this is why he didn't answer the
Sure.
question. Wavy, you have never seen Lance on this channel. You have never seen that other brother
I've
that
been
just
knowing
left
Lance
this
for 8
channel.
years.
Hold on. You know why they're here, Wavy?
Me
You know
and
why they're
I've
here?
known Lance for 8
Because of me.
years.
It's because of
Nigga,
me.
I ain't here
Okay.
for
Don't come
you.
here.
I've been
Hold on,
supporting Wavy ever
Not
since
to
he
know
came
right
over.
now. Not to play it, Mr. Amnesia all you
Always
want.
keep it player, dog. Let them crash out.
Hey, Chris,
Let them
why are you
crash
here?
out.
How did you hear? How did you hear about Wavy's channel today?
Okay.
How?
All right, watch this.
How?
Hey, Super Wavy, how
Why
long
are
me
you
and you
here?
go back, Wavy? About 2-3 years, right? I'm subscribed, dumb.
Yeah, he be coming on the videos.
Yeah, exactly. He's never been on your channel. Never.
Wavy,
I've
you
been
want
on
to
Wavy's
correct
channel
him
for
on
the past
that?
2 years.
Bro,
I
you
have
Nah,
been on
wanna
crazy.
correct
Wavy's
him on
channel
that?
for the past
hey,
2 years. Not
Misery.
once have I
Hey,
seen Chris Harris stinking ass on this channel. What are you talking about?
Misery. Let me
But
say
yet,
this.
here it is. Here you
Hey,
are.
Misery.
You heard Jose Vega, your master teacher, is here.
Hold up, Misery. Let me say this, Misery. I think he be coming on the videos and he tried to get in one time. I think it was too many people speaking. You know how older people be when that's going on. But Chris definitely is subscribed. But let me say this, Misery. Everybody probably just want your head right now, gang. So that should make you feel, you know what I'm saying, good. Everybody want to smoke with you right now.
Yeah, I mean, can you show that it's simple? Okay, well, since you can't show Latinos, since you cannot show Latinos, excuse me, you're talking over me, Misery. No one cares. You're just yelling and flailing all over the place.
You care so
Since you
much.
can't show
That's
us
why all of
that
you are here
Latinos
on
are
this live right
Israelites,
now.
can you show us where you
This
got
is
that
why
teaching
all
from?
of you,
At least
if
do
you
that,
really didn't
because
care,
you're always talking
if you
about
really didn't
camps.
care, Chris Harris, you know what you'd be doing right now? Continuing your life. If Chris didn't care like you guys care, he would continue watching his children like he said he was doing right now. I'm a single father and I'm taking care of my children. He would continue
I'm sorry,
to take
sir.
care of
I
his
don't
children.
have any children.
These brothers are only
I
on
don't know
here
what you're talking
because
about.
they want to address me.
I'm on here because I
That's
want to make fun of you.
the proof is in the
I'm on here because I want to
I
make fun of you.
Listen, Wavy just said it.
I'm on here because
Wavy
I want
just
to make
called
fun
you
of you.
guys out on it.
Bro, Wavy
Hold up,
started his show. He
Misery.
sent an invite out. That's how we got up here.
Hold up, Uncle Lance. Hold up, Uncle Lance. Let me say this. Misery. Chris' last question was, where did you get your teachings from? Do you want to answer that question?
From the Most High. I don't have an elder. I was never part of a church.
Okay.
I was never part of no camp. I was never a Jew. I was never taught by rabbis. All this came from the Most High.
Okay, so God spoke to you. Hold on. Thank you. So God spoke to you himself.
Many times, yes. If you want to take it to that extension, yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
he has.
you were
He
having
has
what you
shown me. Hold
excuse
on. He
me,
has
one more
shown me
second.
through him. You asked a question.
No,
I
you
can't answer the
answered
question,
it.
but
You said, yes, God spoke to you. And God told you that you were an Israelite from what tribe?
I don't teach tribalism.
You don't teach the Bible does.
Bro, how the
Man,
fuck is you? You
this
ain't
is
not
No,
so
the
I
weird,
Bible
got
bro.
it,
don't like
Lance.
you.
Lance. Hold on, Lance. I got it. You said you don't teach, so you're going against your own covenant. The Bible has a covenant for specific tribes in the Bible. What do you mean you don't teach tribalism when the Bible itself is a tribalistic document?
Meaning that I'm not one West and going around talking about some Puerto Ricans or some Ephraimites, how some Cubans are some Mennonites, and how Aztecs are
Okay,
some
this
freaking
is
Issachar. That's
crazy.
what
This
I
is
mean.
crazy.
And hold
He's
on, I
keeping
used to
the
tell,
he's
and
making
this is
an
what I used to
argument
tell.
from
And yes,
silence.
listen, if you're gonna keep talking over me, Chris,
You're
we're
just
not gonna have this
crashing
conversation.
out. You're not
I am
answering
going
any
to
questions. You're
ignore you
developing an
if you
argument
keep
from
saying, if you
silence.
keep asking me questions, and while I am attempting to answer your questions, you keep doing this over me, causing confusion to anybody that's listening in right now that's interested about what's being discussed. How can anybody that's watching hear the matter at
Now
hand
he's
if
playing
brothers keep
victim.
interrupting people's questions towards me? Like I said, at the end of the day, you guys have zero interest about what I teach or what I say.
You're
All
right.
you guys want to do is just attack. You
Yes.
guys have no interest about what I say or what I teach or any of this, any of this stuff, any of it.
Okay,
Bro, how
You're
here.
the
just
hell
here.
I'm a
You
Hey,
want to
victim?
know
Misery,
Chris
why I
Harris,
expound on the.
do here? You
Hey,
want to know why
of a big
I'll let the
debater.
hold up,
host
hold
get
up,
to
real
it.
quick. Hold up, real quick. Hold up for the people. Hold up, real quick for the people. Misery, expound on the. I don't teach tribalism. Expound on that because they might take that the
Yeah.
wrong way.
Brother, I just did. I don't teach certain tribes to be a certain tribe of Israel. I leave those matters to Christ. And this is what I used to tell camp members, that when they teach that, the Haitians are Levi. I was like, all right, cool. If so, when Christ cracks the sky and brings New Jerusalem down and he has his 12 gates, and you thinking that you're going to walk through the gate of Levi, and Christ says, you know what, brother? No. That's not your gate. You're supposed to be going through this gate. Are you guys going to argue with Christ on that day because some guy that teaches like the 12 tribe chart told you that you were from the tribe of Levi? Are you brothers going to argue with Christ on that day?
Wait a
I leave
minute.
those matters to
Let's
Christ to
let's slow this
determine
down for a
who's his
second.
people. I leave it up to Christ to determine who's his people, and he'll determine those matters.
Then why
Nobody
are you
So
on
on
here
why
this
did you
saying
earth,
say
black
you
people ain't
spoke?
Israelites?
nobody on
Why did
this
you
earth.
Bro,
Hold
how
on.
the
say?
hell are we?
No,
How do you
But
hold on.
call
why
us
did you
taking
Let me
you?
say,
answer the
guys? Let me have
question.
it for a minute because I got to get ready to go
Nobody
here.
on this
Go ahead, bro.
He's just
earth
gonna yell over everybody
goes
now.
by any biblical nationality. You're
Okay,
not going to find the country of
crash out.
Mizraim, the country of Moab, the country of Ammon, Ephraim. You will not see any of this going around.
Okay.
True or false?
You just contradicted yourself. You said you
Oh, here we go.
spoke to the Most High, which is God, so-called God Himself, the God in that Bible, and you said He told you you were an Israelite. That's what you just said. Then, when questioned about your
I didn't say
doctrine,
that.
in which you just stated,
Go ahead.
and then when you got questioned, you gave some roundabout answer about you don't teach tribalism according to One West. When I never asked you about One West, I asked you about what tribe are you from? Because and you said you don't teach tribalism, sir. But the book itself is a tribalistic document. So you're contradicting yourself because you're trying to make an argument from silence. You want to say that you're an Israelite, but you don't want to say that you're part of any tribe.
Yeah, he got a real convenient way of making himself not stand on nothing.
It's called an argument from silence. You can't answer the question about Latino people or Latin people being in the Levant somewhat 3,500 years ago. You can't answer that question scientifically because it doesn't make any sense. Then when I ask you something about where you learn this doctrine at. You make an arbitrary claim and you say, God told you so. That's arbitrary. Anybody can say, God told me something.
That's
You're
Christianity.
having it. What you were experiencing was an auditory hallucination. That's all. Nothing spoke to you.
Say that nigga ate some shrooms
Pretty much.
and
Nice
named
way of
himself
saying it.
missionary. He ate some shrooms and named himself
Now,
missionary.
okay, I'm gonna.
Now he's
y'all
showing
wanna,
us some.
y'all
Now
wanna
he's
get this
giving
work.
us
Y'all
some
get this work.
notes.
Y'all
Now
wanna get
he's
this
showing
work.
us
Y'all wanna
some
get this work.
notes.
You
Now
asked
he's
me a
showing us some
question.
notes in
You
his
asked me a
phone.
question about DNA.
Chris,
Show us when
hold
you
up,
natives
Chris.
were
I'm gonna
over
calm
there
down.
in
Yeah,
the
this your
Levant,
channel, Super.
right?
I know. I got
Hold
you.
on, right? That they were in the Levant. Okay. Now, Native Americans. It says QM442 originated. This is according to 94% of natives of this land. Goes back to not only Siberia, Russia, and these places, but also Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, and Arabia. So what are you talking about?
I
Our
asked you
DNA
about
does go
Latino
back to
people,
the
not Native
Levant.
Americans. Native Americans are not Latino. You
No, you
said
didn't hear that. You didn't hear what I
Latino
just said.
people. That's what you said.
Here
Now
we
you're
go. Here
running
we
to
go.
Native American groups. And yes, you will see a fluctuation of their genome in certain parts of the world as it's connected to Siberia. Which now what you're doing is, once again, an argument from silence. You read something to us very benign and neutral without giving us real clarity on it. What Native American group are you speaking about? There are over 72 different Native American groups in this country alone today, not to mention the
Everything
ones
that
that were killed off. So, what Native
okay.
American group are you talking about? They have different languages. They have languages that come out of
Yep.
Siberia. They have all these different languages that are native to them, and yet we don't see it anywhere in the Levant up to 5,500 years, 5,500 BCE, back to when Natufian culture was present in the Levant. And Natufian culture goes all the way, excuse me, I'm talking. Natufian culture is going to trace all the way back to Nubia. So we see the out of Africa theory coming into play, in which they begin to go over there and populate those areas. Scientifically and historically, archaeologically, I don't see anything that you're talking about over there. You run over there, you ran into some little silly DNA report, misrepresent what's being said, and then try to push it off as Israelites. That's flim flam.
No, first of all, I answered your question. Everybody here, you said that the Native Americans do not come from the Levant.
What Native American group
are
you talking about?
Now I'm talking.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Thank you, Martha. Like I said,
I could care less. You're just saying Native Americans. What Native American group are you speaking on?
Let him finish talking.
Let him get it out. Let him get it out, Chris.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, the difference is what I just read from you is talking about DNA that's talking, and I said it, 94% of natives from Mesoamerica to South America. It is talking about continents, sir, not just certain tribes. It's saying 94% of the people from Mesoamerica and South America, their DNA, which is M442, all goes back not only to Asia, but the Levant area. So I did answer your question.
You never mentioned Levant.
You didn't say Latinos. You said new natives, because that's what I'm saying.
I'm coming into my computer.
Right? Oh, how about how you natives over here? Because that's what I'm talking about. If everybody heard me say it, that the Bible is a Native American book and has everything to do about the Western Hemisphere and not the Eastern Hemisphere. So who was the people in the Western Hemisphere? It wasn't no damn Latinos. So obviously that's not what I'm discussing here. I am talking about the natives of this land, sir. And then you said, well, they don't go back to the Levant. And all I did was show you with your DNA, because I know you guys like DNA. And I just show you according to DNA that it actually does, and how you misspoke and you don't even know the argument about the DNA.
That's horrible.
Right there, I chopped your head off with it.
Okay, now notice what he said. He read some type of article in his phone that we can't see, and he's making a claim that Native American groups over here that was in the New World come from the Levant. Yet he did not say that. He said Russia, Pakistan, Siberia, and places like that, which are modern names, but it never said Israel. It never said that. I know you made that up. Yes, they go back to something called Asia. Siberia would be on the continent of what we call Asia, Eurasia. You don't understand what you're reading. Their language does not flow out of the Levant. The Levant has what we call an Afro-Asiatic language branch, and their branch of language don't come from there. So are you saying that they just switched their language and their writing up once they got over here into the New World? No, they did not. That's why I asked you, what Native American group are you talking about? Because once you make a claim, now you got to stand on it. That's why you don't want to give me a Native American group. You got Sioux, you got Chickasaw, you got Seminole, you got Creek Indians. You got all these different groups that were over here, but yet you're not giving me a specific group. Because then we can trace their language anthropologically and see where it came from. And it always traces back north of America, of the America. It don't place you way in no damn Levant. None of their language do. You coming with that old Israelite doctrine. I already know what you're going to say before you say it, bro.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Now, like I said, I brought it out many times on this channel, especially when you guys talk about this language and how what natives were talking a Shemitic language. Like I said, Wavy seen me do it multiple times on this channel. I bring out linguistic scholars like Brian Stubbs, who is one of the biggest scholars when it comes to Mesoamerica and South America.
Man, don't nobody know you, man. Get on with it.
Here we go, bro. Here we go. Blah. I'm giving you names.
Name dropping ass nigga. Get on with it, man.
Brian Stubbs, a linguistic scholar, have came out with findings showing how people from Mesoamerica, people like Aztecs, Mayans, and stuff like that, how their language family, not only does it come through like what they call broken Egyptian, but Shemitic languages. These are what the linguistic scholars, and he's one of the biggest scholars on this topic on the planet.
What's the name of his book?
No, his name is Brian Stubbs.
What's the name of his book?
Look up Brian Stubbs.
I just looked up Brian Stubbs. Here, yo, check it out, Super Wavy. Let me come in. I'm about to come in through my computer, and this is how you know. This is how called vetting people online when they're talking. You just vet them. Notice, if I tell you a book, and if I say an author's name, say for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. If I say, for instance, we can trace Christianity back to the beginning, to the Greek civilization. I have a book called Caesar and the Christ by Will Durant. I have a book called Ancient Egypt, Everyday Life in the Land of the Nile by Bob Greer and Hoyt Hobbs. I have a book called Zealot, The Life and Story of Jesus of Nazareth or Galilee by Reza Aslan. I'll name the book, I'll name the author. This is how you make claims. Now I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're not able to. Hold on. Excuse me. Misery. Hold on. Hold on.
The title of the book.
No.
I was just saying.
Brian D. Stubbs is a Mormon linguist.
And his credentials.
And Mormons believe what?
Hold on.
Mormons believe Indians are the tribe of Israel. So of course you read that.
The title of the book is Exploring.
See, this is what the Israelites do when they're crashing out. Listen to them.
And Egyptian and Uto Aztecan. That is the name of the book.
Okay, Mormons believe. Excuse me. You're just yelling over me now.
Fine, I'll give it to you. I just gave you the linguistic scholar so you can learn about him.
Wait, what's it called again?
What's it called?
Just one book. He wrote multiple, but that was his latest book.
What book did you read that in?
He read it in it's called Exploring the Explanatory Power of Semitic and Egyptian.
Explanatory Power of Semitic and Egyptian in Uto Aztecan.
You know what that's really talking about though? It's actually exploring the idea of loan words, not actual language. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shalom.
Hey,
wait, no, I don't even say shalom anymore.
Shalom.
What's good? What's going on?
Okay.
But yeah, so I had this source before, and what I understood about Brian D. Stubbs, Well, what's good? Well, what I understood about Brian D. Stubbs was that he was a Mormon linguist, right? And then his book, that Semitic and Egyptian and Uto-Aztecan, like I just stated, it was dealing with loan words rather than the actual linguistic origin, because Uto-Aztecan, it doesn't have any semantic ranges just as like Hebrew, because Hebrew is associated with Arabic, Amharic, Ge'ez, Western Syriac, Eastern Syriac, Akkadian. So all these languages, there's no way that you can connect the Native American languages, which there are 500 of them, right? 500. And Uto-Aztecan has like 30 or 40 sub-dialects. Some of them are in the southwestern United States, others are in Mexico. So if you're going to say that the Native American language, specifically the Aztecs and Uto-Aztecan and Quiche Maya, you're going to have to actually show that via semantic range, and not just what I like to call sound-alike etymology. Like just because it sounds like it could be doesn't mean it actually is.
It's not about sound like technology languages. It's saying that how you say that the language is basically formed from it.
No, it's not.
Well, then
All
that
right,
that begs the
I'll read,
question, because if
again, this is what I'm saying. I'll read it for you, brother. I'll read it for you.
Of course, you can read it for us, but his book is not even listed. His book is not even peer reviewed, first of all. None of his work was peer reviewed.
All these years, he has been patiently gathering massive data to show profound.
It's a self-written book. It's not peer reviewed and it's not accepted. Excuse me, let me finish real quick. Let me finish real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. All right, I can be patient because I already know you don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna sit here and let you be wrong all day. First of all, his books are not peer reviewed. They're self explanations of what he believes is a Hebrew Semitic language. And like the gentleman just sat up there and said that was on here, he said to you correctly, what you're hearing here is loan words. And what he does is he says, hey, this sounds like this. This sounds like that. That's not how language works. You have to have a language phylum tree in order to make the connection.
Exactly. And also, and this is just a perfect example. You know when Black Panther came out and you heard the word Wakanda, and everybody tried to say that all of that sounds like Hebrew and all that. This is another example of what sounded like etymology is. It sounds like it. It sounds like it could be, but that doesn't mean that it actually is.
And two, when you start speaking about all these different language groups here, their language developed as a language isolate over here, not somewhere in the Middle East. That's why I said you have to show a language phylum, and that's what he fails to do. And that's what I say, y'all like to read these texts and read these books and present them to your echo chambers, and then when you come outside of that and you get questioned on these, you start crashing out. Crash out. I don't care. You're just wrong.
And then also, check this out. So if the Bible, real quick,
I don't need to lash out. I don't need to.
And he doesn't. Wait a minute. He's going into languages, but he doesn't even believe in the text.
Wait. Hold on. Sir. None of us have PhDs or went to school for any of this. Everybody's seen that I have shown videos of what the scholars say out of their mouth. I have shown videos. I have showed it with it. It's all in the History Channel and all these things of these experts saying it out of their mouth, showing you how many of the artifacts go back. Many of the artifacts go back to these ancient language of Shemitic languages. Just like I even showed the brother Jeremiah. So I'm very sure he hasn't even checked it. When I showed that there were hundreds of old Negev language even found over here in the Americas and things of that nature. So that's according to many scholars, those even languages predate the Phoenician and the Hebrew language, and you still find these type of writings over here in the Americas on caves and stone writings and things of that nature.
Okay, so watch this. So I'm gonna make 2 points. One, if the Bible is a stolen book from Mesoamerica or Native America, then you're going to have to explain how the majority of the works that the Native Americans created during colonialism, how they were destroyed by fire, and we only have a few codices left. All right. They didn't find what we know as the Bible among those books. Number two, I don't forget what you were saying at the end. You were talking so much. But essentially, that book by Brian D. Stubbs, yeah, you can't use that to try to prove that the languages are Hebrew or whatever, because what you're then doing is appealing to authority. and that's a fallacy, and it shows your intellectual deficiency.
Like I said, you hear the guy that these guys are going against guys with PhDs and stuff like that. First of all, Jeremiah is what used to learn from me. Martha's here; she'll test to it. Jeremiah has been on my channel
Well,
hundreds of
why do you
times.
do that every time? Why do you do that every time I have an opposition to something that you're saying?
Jeremiah used to be part of the GOCC, whatever
No,
that
actually,
camp
I
was.
wasn't. Actually, I wasn't.
Hold on.
I wasn't actually.
One West doctrine. That's why he's
No, you
talking.
didn't.
Why does that matter?
They don't want you
Yeah.
people to
Well,
know
why
that.
does it matter?
Why does
Well,
that
why does it
matter
matter
when you're
what
the one
happened in the
making a
past?
claim? When you're making a claim,
Hold on.
why does that matter what
Jeremiah
used to be part
learned from
of?
me.
Okay, watch
Jeremiah
this.
learned from me. There's been plenty of times. Jeremiah is a debater. There's many times where Jeremiah have gone on my
Whose
messenger
kid is that in the
asking me,
background crying like
Jose,
that?
let's
Hey,
double
you
team.
gotta mute
Jose,
that.
team
Jeremiah,
up
you gotta
with
mute
me.
that.
Jose, let's go
Jeremiah,
debate
you gotta
these
mute
people.
that.
Jose, I need
Jeremy, is that
your
clear?
help. I need your help. But and again, I understand why Jeremiah and a lot of my Latino or Native brothers go against me, because at one point when the Ancient Watchman was on a rise, they were mad that we didn't want to start a camp and that we didn't want to start a congregation and all this other stuff. They wanted to start this camp of all of us brothers come, and I wasn't about that stuff. I've always said, listen, I'm not here for that. I am a loner. The Most High gave me visions to be a battle axe to go against all doctrines, whether it's Christianity, Muslims, all you different belief systems. That
I'm a
was
loner
my
too.
mission. And brothers like him, who wanted to be a part of us, was mad that we just that's not what I was here for. So now he's over here acting like, oh, was that this? Oh, no. Jeremiah,
First of all,
we
sir,
even had a
I'm not gonna let you.
so
I'm
we
not
have
gonna let you bogart the
we
conversation.
even have a debate
Look,
with Aaron Yehudiam
Vega,
on our channel,
Vega,
things of
you're
that
talking
Vega,
so
nature.
other
much,
people
bro.
We have
gotta
so hold
talk
on.
too.
Vega,
We
you
have
have to stop.
supported
You have
we
to
have
stop talking so
supported
much,
this
man.
brother. We
Listen.
have supported this brother.
Oh
And
my
then
God, bro.
when
Come
we
on,
didn't
bro.
supposed
You're a
to
female,
show
man.
him
What's wrong with you?
love, now he's
Is this what
all
you're doing
against
for real?
Vega.
Okay, watch
Everybody
this.
in the
Watch
community.
this. All right,
I don't
cool,
think you
cool,
can
fine,
hear
fine.
us.
Hold on. Hey, Martha, hold on. So he's expressed his grievance, right?
Okay.
But you notice that what he was doing was totally irrelevant to what we were talking about. This is what I said. Doing that shows an intellectual deficiency, because rather than actually address what I'm saying, you then tried to bring up the past as if we're still living there. You're just mad because I don't believe the things that I used to believe. There was nothing wrong with not believing things that you used to believe. All right, you need to get that through your head. So whenever you try to bring this up because I stand in opposition to something I formerly believed and that you still believe, you make yourself look like a little girl, bro. You need to stop doing that. All that emotional ranting, all that just to try to bogart a conversation, all that conversational narcissism, all of that stuff shows that you're not really about what you're talking about, and you can't really defend what you're saying. So I think you really need to rethink your strategy.
Yeah, let me
Damn.
say something real quick before I close out here. First of all, thanks Super Wavy for letting me up here, bro. I just want to ask this gentleman one question. Can you give me one Native American group over here that was in the New World that made the claim that they were Israelites? Can you just give me one?
Uh-oh. He's gonna say Chief Joseph Riverwind.
I'm asking for a Native American group. Can you just give me one?
Yes,
And can you show us a book?
Hold on,
Shalom, man.
hold
No
on.
question. You don't have to
Not
talk
only
over
that,
me
hold on,
when
wait.
I'm asking you a
Not
question.
only that,
Peace,
hold
dude.
on, just like the clown just said, he says, Chief Riverwind Joseph. Jeremiah, what
Can you
tribe is he
answer
from?
my question, please?
No, I'm talking to Jeremiah. He's the one that was just
So now
addressing me
you're
real quick.
dictating
He
who
just
you want
said
to talk to
he
and who
said
you
that I
don't.
was going to mention Joseph. Hold on.
They're
He
having
just
a
said I was going to
conversation.
mention Chief Joseph Riverwind, right? But that's not what it
group
did.
is he from?
He said Cherokee. But
From the
the
Cherokee?
person that he just mentioned, who is he, Jeremiah?
All right, one more time. Give me a hold on, Jeremiah, because he's attacking you because he doesn't want to address my question. Super Wavy, can you ask him that question for me, please? Name the Native American group that was over here in the New World reading Rainbow, and tell us what Native American group are in fact Israelites.
Take a look. It's in the book.
Reading rain, but you Jeremiah, you been hearing me sing that shit to people. Shut that shit up. Hold on. Hey, Misery, I got it for you here because you don't have an answer. Hold on. Let me give you this answer.
You have Micmac, you have Navajo, you have Tainos saying these things. And look, we have the brother Yehudium on this channel. Here's another example of a brother who I made drop not only the New Testament, I made him drop the Apocrypha, and I made him drop the book of Daniel.
Is that Aaron?
He knows it.
Shut your queer ass up, right boy. There. Niggas be making claims.
You see him, Jeremiah? You see him? Oh, no. Hey, Jeremiah, how many debates? Hold on, Jeremiah. How many debates? How many debates have you had with Aaron Yehudium? Like 4, right? 4 or 5
I think it's called. You need to answer Chris's question.
I know that boy like the sidetrack, bro.
Hey, Misery, name
you get in your head
right now is the perfect example of these people. They all know who I am. Chris said,
"Why this boy crashing? Why is he crashing?"
Everybody knows who I am.
Yo, he's crashing out.
Hold on, everybody relax. Everybody relax. Hold up. Everybody relax. Misery. Listen to me. Misery. Listen to me.
Hey, nigga, I love the
hold up, Misery. Hold up. Hey, Keon, mute out. Misery, listen to me, gang. Just because everybody is showing up, won't smoke with you, then that's what it is, gang. That's what it is. But this is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Mention those tribes one more time.
Again, you have the Cherokee that make those claims. You have the Micmac that make those claims. You have the Navajo who made those claims. And again, you have Taino making those claims.
To be fair, I have a screenshot from
I have shown videos of elders. And the thing is, you know what the difference between me and these guys? That I actually show videos of the elders saying these things out of their mouth. Didn't I show you Navajo grandma on Jeremiah? An elder from the Navajo tribe talking about how her elders from her elders talking about not only did her tribe walked with Christ and things of that nature stuff like that. Then she starts talking about the Micmac tribe, which is a tribe that's basically across the United States. The Micmac is like above Maine area, almost by Canada. And she's talking about all these things. I have shown elders saying these things out of the mouth. Chief Riverwind, he is one of the elders of the Taino. He's not the only one. He's just one of the elders from the Jaguar tribe saying these things.
Before I go, I gotta say one thing before I go.
Hold up, Jeremiah. Hold up. All right, Misery, you got a line, so you don't want to give it all away. All right, Uncle Chris, it's on you. He answered your question. You got a rebuttal.
Yeah, here. And like I said, everything he said is incorrect. And that's why he keep on saying, remember, he gets it from where his elders are teaching him. So with that being said, there's not really much else to say here. He's saying, I have videos of people telling me this stuff. Therefore, it's really an appeal to silence because he doesn't tell you who these elders are. We don't know where these elders got these sources from. It's just a lot of arbitrary claims. And not to mention, all you gotta do is sometimes do a quick search. Tainos did not worship Yahweh. Navajo people did not worship Yahweh. None of them do. And everything that he has said lacks scientific basis. Where's the Torah at in their culture? Where's the Sabbath at in their culture? Where's the Hebrew language at in their culture? Everywhere the Bible tells you the Jews went, they carried their Torah and their scrolls with them and their prophets with them. Why is everything being mentioned in the Bible locally? It's in the Middle East. When were these people ever in the Middle East? You haven't shown any of that. You're just making a lot of arbitrary claims, sir. That's all you're doing.
Jeremiah,
also,
you know
real
this
quick,
book.
Hold on.
Jeremiah, you know
Look,
this.
I gotta go to work. I want to say one thing before I go.
Hold on, we all know that it was written by this Jew. And anybody, again, Mayor Kirschlinger,
he's in the Jewish. Thanks, bro.
I'm gonna say one thing before I go.
He's even in. Hold on. And again, I'm addressing Chris, so you can hold on.
Now I don't believe you, sir. Have a nice day.
Now, again, Now,
Hey,
I gotta go to
Misery,
work, bro. I just want to
I
say
have a
one thing.
channel. You know the
you have
channel.
Jews.
Let me say this
You
real
have
quick.
Jews.
Butterfly in the
Come on, man. I gotta go to work, bro.
sky. You can fly twice as high. If you take a look,
Alright,
and
we
read
gonna
a
holler at you.
book.
Real
Go
quick,
holler
I
at
gotta
you.
say one thing before I go to work,
Hey,
bro.
hold up, Misery. Jeremiah's about to go to work, so let him get it out.
I have
Alright, Chris, we gonna holler at
Places to go. Reading
Go holler at
Rainbow.
I have
Peace.
I have
Alright,
screenshots. Look, check this out. I have screenshots, right? I have screenshots from Chief Joseph Riverwind's personal Facebook account where he said, correct, I do not believe native people are Israelites or Hebrews. Were some tribes influenced by Israelites when they were scattered to the four corners of the earth? That is possible. We can also consider maritime trade routes in ancient times where there was culture as well as material exchange. However, taking all of that into consideration, the percentage of the tribes affected would be considerably small, and it is highly likely those tribes do not exist anymore. Also, if these interactions happened so many centuries ago, common sense tells you it doesn't make someone an Israelite today. And then he said, interesting. First of all, there are no more full-blooded Tainos. We have one person in Borican who is DNA 70% Taino. He is the rare exception. Keep in mind that approximately 60% of Tainos, Puerto Ricans, have Taino DNA. I don't know if he is enrolled with, oh, we were just talking about some other stuff, but this is Chief Joseph Riverwind himself saying that he does not believe that native people are Israelites and Hebrews, the same guy that Vega referred to. This is from him himself.
Hey, Keon, come out and come back in, Keon.
That
was beautiful, Jeremiah. That was beautiful that you have screenshots. You know what the difference is? Again, I have Chief Riverwind's book, okay? His own book that he wrote himself saying these things. He said, I have screenshots of him saying something else. And again, if I was to have
this is from him himself, Vega.
Right now, hold on. If I was to have him on his channel right now, I would use his words against him.
Yeah, but he no longer believes it.
In his own words, he tells you how, because he's an elder of his tribe, and he tells you about how his elders and his grandfathers and great grandfathers have all taught the same prophecy, something that our ancestors have been passing down from generation to generation about how the Bible was going to come back into our existence.
Fine, but,
and how
he doesn't believe it anymore.
Hold on, real quick.
He talks about how the Tainos have a prophecy about it.
He doesn't believe it
anymore.
anymore.
Hold up, Misery. Hold up, Misery. He said, what if he said he don't believe in that anymore? Is that possible, Misery?
And again, not only does Chief Witherwind have a book, brother, there are multiple, and Jeremiah knows this. I've shown at least 3-4 videos of Chief Witherwind not only having interviews with Americans and on these interviews saying these things, but you even have him in Israel, in Tel Aviv, telling the Jews that also.
No, the only reason Witherwind says this.
Hold up, Jeremiah. Hold up, Jeremiah. Hold up. All right, Misery. Hold up. You ain't. Hold up, Jeremiah. He ain't answer your question. Aaron, peace to you, brother. You got the flow. Aaron, you know you got
peace.
It says Shalom, Aaron. What's good, bro?
Hey, it was good, Jeremiah. I'm actually interested in the fact that you don't say Shalom no more. Like that shows a lot of growth from you. But I'm gonna catch up on that with you at another time. But seems like Vega just got cut with his own damn source. And here's the thing: you're using old information from the brother. He has since denounced that stance. So you got to deal with that, my boy.
Where did he denounce it? Brother, brother, I just said earlier, hold on. I just said earlier how when I went against the One West camps, how they started making fake accounts about me all the time, right? This have happened to a plethora of people. Chief Riverwind has never went on record saying the nonsense that Jeremiah is saying. You're not going to find a video, a book, an interview of him denouncing any of it. So what he's actually saying is, hold on, what he's actually saying is hearsay.
It's not hearsay.
When this guy made books and went on interviews saying these things.
Yeah, but
until Jeremiah can produce evidence of Chief Riverwind going on any type of platform saying these things, then I would actually listen to it.
Yeah, but
Him
okay, so what you're
claiming
doing
that
is called
that
confirmation
he has a
bias.
screenshot of him having a screenshot. There are many people that pretend to be other people all the time. That's not evidence, brother. That's not denouncing. Denouncing would be making it publicly known. You having a private conversation, supposedly having a private conversation with, is not evidence. For somebody to denounce something, he would have to go on public and say, you know what? The book that I wrote, stop buying it. Stop bringing me, stop putting money in my purse.
I
In
did
my
have a
bank
question for
account.
Vega
Look,
though.
hold on, real quick.
That will be a good way of denouncing his belief.
Vega, look, what you don't know is that it was on a public Facebook comment section, idiot. So it was
No, it
public.
was
Nice
not.
try.
You're a liar.
Watch
Brother,
this. You want to bet?
matter of fact, it
You
was
want to bet?
Daniel Yelpez. Brother, I have those screenshots.
You want to bet?
I have those screenshots. It was Daniel Yelpez who had that conversation.
Oh,
Supposedly,
you want to
had
bet?
that conversation.
You want to bet?
Jeremiah,
You want to bet?
didn't have that with you.
You want
Boys
to bet?
hyperventilating.
Daniel Yelpez.
You want to bet, Vega?
Jose sweating bullets right now.
Go ahead, show it
Hey,
to us. Go ahead.
hey,
Show
Keon.
us
Hey, my bad, Keon. Come back. My bad, Keon.
Oh shoot! Look, you can see it right here. It's backwards, but this is him right here, Chief Joseph Riverwind. This is him himself. He has a personal Facebook account. This is not made up, bro. What are you talking about? You have cognitive dissonance.
Brother, those are like comments. That doesn't look like a post.
It's a personal Facebook account that he publicly commented on a post of, you fool.
It's personal. It's personal. So again, he publicly hasn't denounced it.
He clearly just did on a public Facebook post. What are you talking about?
Brother, you just said it was personal. You just said it was personal.
That boy fighting.
From his personal Facebook account. There's a difference between having a personal Facebook account that you have and commenting on a public Facebook forum.
What you showed is not a post of him denouncing it.
Sir, he commented on a post. He commented on a post. Fool.
Send me the link, Jeremy.
And again, and how do you know that's him?
Bruh, are you really gonna play this game? You confirmation bias looking ass dude? Hold on, no. Because look, any other point?
How many times have these people have made fake accounts of me, of whether it's Instagram or Facebook?
Hold on.
Public things, pretending to be me.
Look, nobody is going to purposely. Nobody's going to purposely. Look, listen. I don't care about your pity party. I don't care about your pity party, bro. Look, you are making a claim that that's not his actual Facebook account. That's your claim. All right. You have to actually prove it. I'm saying I have a screenshot of him saying this himself on a public Facebook comment section. Daniel Yapis, he may have some other screenshots of a conversation that he had with him. This is what I saw on a public Facebook comment section. So you said it was personal. You said it was private. No, it wasn't. It was on a public Facebook comment section. Nice try.
Okay.
This is what he said himself. You're saying that that's not his Facebook account under the auspices of you having this situation done to you, where you actually have people make Facebook profiles and Instagram accounts of you. That's fair. Okay, cool. People have done that to you. But for you to go and then try to paint that over Chief Joseph Riverwind's personal Facebook account like it's a fact, that shows that you are having cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias by your own words when you said that if I can't find a video of him publicly saying it on a podcast or making his own post about it, then the screenshots that I have must not be true. That's confirmation bias. That's a fallacy. And again, that's a testament to your own intellectual deficiency. And it proves that you cannot handle that your information, that what you currently believe in, that what I don't believe anymore is not true at all.
That boy pseudo. Yeah, I wanted to ask Vega something though.
Hold on, I'm about to show you something. Like I said,
you can show me all the books you want of Chief Joseph Riverwind saying that, but until you actually shown, yeah, but not. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. My bad.
No. I'm just saying how his rebuttal is. I'm gonna show you something. Like, my boy, come on. We know pseudonisms when we hear it. Drop it, bro. You ain't grown a lick. Everyone's grown. I ain't seen you grown a lick. But real quick, I just had a question for you.
Though, also, Chief Joseph Riverwind has
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read something for you out of his book, because you guys saying that he denounced these things. He denounced these things, right? All right, that's cool that he denounced these things, but it doesn't change the fact about what he said that other elders told him personally. Okay, and I'm gonna read something that even Riverwind can't deny it. He would have to call himself a liar. Okay, this is what he said. He said, "I recall having researched many different perspectives and arguments of the theory about the Cherokees being of Israelite descent. I, Chief Joseph Riverwind, can only speak about my personal experience and memories when this subject came up around the Cherokee elders. Several of the Cherokee elders from Kuala Boundary told me, okay, so this is not, he can't say, I never said these things. I don't believe these things. This is what he said, that while he was around these powwows about his personal experience of when he asked these elders from the Kuala Boundary what they told him. Let's see what they told him. He says several, not just one, but several Cherokee elders from the Kuala Boundary told me that they were descendants of Israelites. So was he lying? Is he a liar?
No,
That's something that he formerly believed.
Bring that brother on here.
Exactly. It's something he
That's what I would
formerly
call him.
believed, and he
No,
denounced.
brother, it's not
We've
about
all
formerly.
formerly believed something.
Yeah, it is. Vega, when did he write that book?
Just because grandma
Hold on.
say you from India don't make
let's say
it.
that I agree
Facts.
with you, Aaron, and Jeremiah, that he denounced that. Okay, let's say that he did. Okay, cool. But how does it take away the fact that he's in his book, he's telling stories that not just from the Cherokees, he talked to many elders in this thing. He calls them by name, calls them by tribe, and the name of the elders, telling you how they were medicine men or they were storytellers or whatever the case, who these people were actually are in these tribes. These are personal accounts that what he was told. He cannot take that back. Whether he himself no longer believes it, it still doesn't take away his accounts about his discussions with these elders.
For the sake of him writing his book, he could have embezzled those accounts, especially since he's since redacted it. Come on, brother.
So again, and I would love to have Chief Joseph Riverwind on this on any
Let's
discussion.
do it. I want to hear it too. I want to hear it too.
Send his ass to leave. Somebody send Riverwind. Hold up. Somebody send Riverwind. Hold up. Somebody send Riverwind the goddamn link.
He's probably not going to waste this. Yeah, the only one that has talks with him is Daniel Yapes, so he would be the fastest person to do it.
I sent him an invite to the thing.
And to be fair,
hold on. What is let Martha say something? What
need cheap rainwater to come through.
Now,
in fact, there was an entire YouTube channel.
Jeremiah, let the sister speak real quick.
No, I sent Singing Bear an invite to join the panel.
Okay, but yeah. So Daniel Yapes.
Talking about.
Yeah, he actually had like a discussion debate type of thing with Vega on his own channel a couple years back. Unfortunately, the video got deleted. Suspicious, because in that video, Eric Neves, or Immaculate Neves, whatever his name is, Martha knows who he is. He and Singing Bear were on there, and when I tell you, they bodied him like Madonna did Broner. It was bad, bro. It was to the point that Vega was getting emotional and he almost teared up. And
he's emotional now.
Daniel told me, oh my God, we were laughing at him. But yeah, yeah, bro, Native Americans ain't Israelites anymore, bro. Their language don't connect.
I want to say this.
Their archaeology doesn't connect.
Hey, I want to say this real quick. To just piggyback.
Again, you know what Jeremiah?
You think I can just piggyback off that point?
It's a lie. It's a damn lie what Jeremiah just said. That video's still up. It's on Ancient Watchman's channel. Anybody can go watch that discussion. But not only that, but even when Daniel Yelpes left us, right? Because again, Daniel Yelpes.
That video was actually on your channel, Vega. It was on your channel. Native Warrior of Israel. It was on your channel.
Why are you speaking? Now again, now everybody knows this fact that even after Daniel Yelpes left us, right? Because he used to learn from me and Ayash. He became TikTok famous, basically going against Wabos, right? But on his TikTok channel, Jeremiah, am I lying? not only did he only debate Wabos, but he would still debate what you call Black Hebrew Israelites. And you would see that every single one of his lessons on TikTok, after Leaving the Truth, all of it was all from me. He was using my
Man, don't
arguments.
That's
nobody
fine,
care.
and
After the
that's
No
fact,
one
totally.
cares.
even
Hold
after
on.
the fact,
Why are
even
you
after the fact that he
self-glorifying
left
yourself,
the
Facts.
bro?
truth.
This is weird.
But you
What
know
relevance
why?
does
You
that
know
have to the
why? Because
conversation?
hold on. At the
It
end of
has
the
no
day, hold on.
relevance.
At the
None.
end of the day, you're not what you're not going to do is try to put me and Daniel against each other. Because first of all, me and Daniel to this day
What do you
Nah,
will
mean?
bro.
never. Hold
No,
up, me and Daniel
first
are
of all,
still to this day.
I'm not trying to put y'all against each other. I'm telling you what he'll now do against you because he doesn't believe what you believe now. I'm not trying to
Brother,
put you against each
hold
other.
on. Wait,
Don't try to
Daniel Yelpez,
superimpose that
hold
on
on.
me.
What Daniel Yelpez did that night that you're talking about is the same thing that you just try to do right now. And everybody heard me say it.
Wait,
That
what did I
Daniel
try to do?
Yelpez, everybody heard me say it like 10 minutes ago that it was Daniel Yelpez that actually had that private conversation with Chief Riverwind. Okay? It was him that
Yeah, and
actually had
then
that
and that's totally fine, and
okay?
that's totally
Oh,
fine. And
brother,
yet I saw.
brother.
Wait, wait. You just said that Daniel had
Daniel
that conversation with
Yelpez
him. Yes.
It's
You
penetrated
just
his
public.
said.
mind way
Hold
before
on,
he had
Vega.
that
You just
conversation
said.
with.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You just said that Daniel had a conversation with Chief Joseph Rivers,
Supposedly,
that
and
Facebook
brother,
account.
in that video, I said the
Cut
same
yourself.
thing that I
Yourself.
said to you,
Right.
brother. The same, and brother. Hey,
But
brother, I
anyways,
can show that video and show it and
this whole
show it that Daniel said the
this whole
same thing that you
self-replication
did.
thing that you
He
do,
tried to show
this whole
screenshots
glorification
saying,
thing
"Look,
that you do,
Jose, I had a conversation," and
that
he denounced
were
me.
around
It's
you
the same thing
before,
you
but
did.
now
The
the
same
time to
tactic.
try to big yourself up, to try to make yourself look like you're more than you actually are.
Here we go.
That's
Here we go,
delusions of
brother.
grandeur.
At the end of the
You're
day,
not that
it's not
guy,
about
bro.
me
You're just
picking up, brother. It's
anymore.
not about me picking up. It's me
Maybe in God's
reminding
but
you.
not
It's
now, not
me
anymore.
reminding
Yeah.
You
not
gotta
only
stop bigging
you but
yourself
all
up.
these brothers
Stop
who
doing that.
were
You
your
use
daddy at
outdated
one
sources.
point.
Hey,
And
Vega,
the
I wanted to
reasons
Around
ask
why
here,
you
y'all
something.
all started going against me is because I didn't want to start no stinking pen. And y'all wanted a brotherhood. Okay? That was the point.
Hey,
Y'all
Vega.
wanted a brotherhood, and I wasn't about that. That is the only reason why you brothers started going against me.
Hey, Vega.
Daniel
Oh, is that
Yelpez,
it?
the only
Is that
reason why he
it?
left the only reason why Daniel Yelpez left the truth, and you know his facts, is because Martin from the Yakad basically told Yelpez
Let's
that it
gossip.
was
More
hold on,
information.
that it was the Most High, that the reason why his mother passed away was because the Most High punished her
Sounds like a
because
lot of
for getting
gossip,
away from
Vega.
the truth. Hold on, for going against it,
That's
right?
not
Going against
gossip.
whatever.
That's fact.
No, but why are
That's
we
what.
sitting here gossiping? Let's get to the information. Like, no one cares, honestly.
No, because right now he's discovered. Right now he's just discussing Daniel Yelpez, and I'm telling him. Well, he said, "Well, Daniel Yelpez was the person." Well, yes, he was. He was the person that actually had that supposedly had that conversation, right? But the reason why I'm just saying the reason why he actually left the truth was because of basically the Yakad when they basically mocked his mother passing away.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I told Daniel, yes, it was messed up what with these people because again, he wanted brotherhood just like Jeremiah and just like a lot of these brothers, Jawad and them. These brothers were basically craving for brotherhood. Okay.
Okay.
And then once they found out their own brother, again, Martin's supposed to be his own brother, mocked his mother passing away. His mother didn't even pass away 3 days, not even 3 days. And this Martin is on social media mocking his mother's passing. That's the reason why he said, F you guys.
Okay. All right. Can I ask you
Okay.
a question, Vega?
But go ahead. Who wants to answer your question?
It's Aaron, man, and it's not a question we've ever visited before. I know we've had debates, discussions, all that. I just wanted to ask you a question concerning Genesis chapter, I believe it's 11, and the Tower of Babel. You're familiar with that passage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what race or nationality were these people that were spoken of in this chapter, from Nimrod down to the Cushites, et cetera, et cetera? Like, what lineage do they stem from according to the three sons in Torah?
The Tower of Babel, wasn't that pre-flood?
What's that now?
The Tower of Babel, wasn't that pre-flood or post-flood? Which one was
That's
it?
post.
Okay, so that would have to be out of the three sons. You would have to say Ham. You
Ham,
just mentioned
yeah.
Nimrod and Hamites.
Facts. So according to Genesis 11, these people tried to build a tower to reach God. They were Hamites, and the Creator, he tore the tower down. He split their tongues, and then in verses 8 through 9, it shows he said he scattered them everywhere upon the earth, to all four corners or everywhere on the earth. So according to Genesis chapter 11, verses 8 through 9, would you consider Mesoamerica as part of the four corners of the earth? Does that incorporate
Yeah.
Mesoamerica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So hold on. That's misrepresentation. He did not send the Israelites to the four corners of the earth at that time.
Okay.
No, they weren't Israelites. No, bro, they were Hamites. No, bro, they were Hamites with the Tower of Babel. That's what we kind of prefixed this whole question around. It's Ham.
Correct. Because Aaron, I remember you debated on Ancient Watchmen, our channel, with Jeremiah, and your stance was that some Native Americans were Hamites, correct?
100%, yes.
That's true.
And not Native Americans.
Now, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Now, in that debate, right after you and Jeremiah had that debate, and the debate was over, I believe you probably left at that point, and Jeremiah was still on, and I was basically backing you up and showing Jeremiah that what you were saying is partially facts.
Okay.
That in that debate, I showed many customs of Native Americans practicing Hamitic customs.
Facts.
Did I not?
Okay, then. I believe you did.
I have no disagreements about what you're discussing right now.
Well,
because we do see Native Americans.
Not all the Native Americans, though. You do realize.
Hamitic customs.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying all natives. I'm definitely not saying all natives.
Yeah, not all. Of course not. I think you were specifically talking about basically Mesoamerica.
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Okay, there you go.
I got a question for you, Ms. Misery. The Northern Kingdom end up going. Of course, they attributed culture to Russia, and this basically Asia, right? We know that for a fact. You agree?
I don't know. I've never seen Hebrew. I've never seen really Hebrew customs being practiced in Russia. Maybe if you can show it to me and maybe show me some evidence of that.
The evidence is clear with the Byzantine and the Russian icons, which are black Israelites with afros.
Brother, the Russian icons came out around, I would say,
in 1200s. But
it was like hold on. The Russian icon, I believe, came out around, like you just said, around 1200 AD, around that time period. I would say estimated, right? About the Russian icon. That's what you're discussing, right?
Russian and Byzantine icons.
Okay, right now, and I know that a lot of Black Hebrew Israelites will be like, see, this is our proof about basically whitewashing, right? About how the Europeans whitewash and they turn these dark images into white, right? This is where a lot of brothers would say, correct?
Iconoclasm is what happened.
Okay, and when this information came out, you know what my response was? That it was actually those Russian icon that did the iconoclasm. Have you ever? Because again, that's not the oldest. Hold on, that's not the old. Hold on, brother. That is not the oldest.
You said it was the Russian
that is not the oldest.
Iconoclasm.
Okay. That is not the oldest. How you say records of what the Israelites look like. I know that it predates many of the European drawings, which I can agree with. But have you ever seen the Dura synagogue?
You say what?
The Dura, D-U-R-A synagogue.
No.
Now, the Dura synagogue predates the Russian icons by over 1,000 years, and it's in the Middle East. Now, when you look at the Dura synagogue, that's 1,000 years older than the Russian icons. What did the people of the Dura synagogue look like? Can you look it up real quick if you have time, just on your Google or whatever? Just look up Dura synagogue and the images. And these images again go back
is the 3rd century. Is 3rd century AD.
No, the Dura synagogue goes around BC times, brother.
I'm telling you what it says right here. I looked it up.
Okay. Now look at the images on it.
It's 3rd century.
Okay. Now look it up. Okay. Now again, you just said the Russian icon came around 1200 AD.
Oh no.
So again, like I just said, the Dura synagogue predates it by over 1,000 years. That's what I said. So I was correct. Now, look at those images on the Dura synagogue and tell me, are those Negro people or African-looking people?
Hold on. What you asking me is to qualify something that is placing the actual archaeology and everything in a box. You telling me to look and see if they're African American, and that where is Dura? This is Syria, right?
Brother, the reason why I'm
hold on,
asking
this is Syria, right?
Because the reason why I'm
you gotta be honest, bro. You talking about a whole nother place. This is Syria.
Yes, correct.
Right. So why are we talking about Syria when we're supposed to be talking about Russia and Germany?
Because you were talking about this how you claim that the white man did this iconoclasm of changing the color. And I said, well, if that is your argument, and because you're saying,
well, argument, that's a fact.
I'm guessing you thought, because I'm guessing that you thought that was the oldest depiction of what Israelites look like. No, brother.
No,
the oldest depictions of what? Brother, I don't understand why you're saying this. Just for a second. Just for a second. If I'm just saying that the Dura synagogue is the oldest, how you say, depictions on the planet of what the Israelites look like. It predates the Russian icon and other sources. It is the oldest thing on the earth that depicts what Israelites look like and how they depicted themselves.
Bro,
on the planet.
It says that it's from 3rd century BC. I mean AD.
3rd century BC, all right? 3rd century what, BC?
Century CE. It was discovered in 1932 and 1933.
Okay. Now, like I said, and again, like I said, it's the
so
oldest.
So by that time, we already know
now,
that
hold on.
the Khazarians and the Ashkenazi had assumed the identity already.
Brother, hold on. You're saying, because you brought up the Russian icon. I didn't. You did.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what we should be talking about, the Russian icons and the Byzantine icons, not Dura.
And again, and all I'm saying, and again, you said, and you made the statement about this iconoclasm, about them changing the color. And then I made the statement back saying, no, it was actually you guys, the people of Russia that did the iconoclasm and changed them into these dark images. So, because again, when you go back to the oldest, you go back to the oldest depictions of the Israelites, it is the Dura synagogue.
Hold on.
Hey, so I don't mean to come in between this. But to the brother talking right now, I mean, I feel your point, but is there any way I could land my plane with the Tower of Babel that we were talking about? And then you could totally rock out, bro.
All right, go ahead, Aaron.
And I think that I don't think he understood me. I think he thought I was trying to say that the Israelites were coming over here first. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, according to the Tower of Babel story, the sons of Ham were dispersed to all over the face of the earth before any nation was. So my question to Jose was, does Mesoamerica fit the detail of being on the face of the earth according to Torah? Of course it does. All nations do. So
hold on. Hold on. Let me just address this right quick.
Hold up, Uncle Lance. Hold up. Uncle Lance.
Yeah, I was literally about to land.
Let him land.
Yeah, I was literally about to land. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Jose claims that the indigenous Americans were Hebrew Israelites, but my question to him that he kind of agreed upon is that there were Hamites that were in the Americas prior to any Hebrews. So why would nobody be claiming that? That's my question.
Be claiming to be what? Hamites?
To be African, yes, or of African descent. Now we understand that there was colonization, but if you look at some of the historical archives, some of these colonizers, they would go and try to murder off all the men and then they raped the women. So they pretty much took over, not really their paternal lineage, but it goes back to what Brother Chris was saying. He said that there's no longer full-blooded Taínos. There's no longer full-blooded Aztecans. There's no longer full-blooded Olmecs. There's no longer full-blooded indigenous Americans that were colonized, seeing how a way of colonization was trying to kill off the men and then create descendants with the women. So my thing is, prior to that occurring, it seems like some of these Mesoamericans indigenously came by way of Africa, according to Torah and even from their own codices and stelas. That's what I'm saying.
Well, brother, when you say about the Tower of Babel, that wasn't in. Oh, I want to say that. You believe that's in Africa? That transpired in Africa?
I'll tell you what, bro. If it transpired in Alaska, it doesn't change the fact that Nimrod and Cush were Hamites. So it doesn't matter the geographic location. The race of people
Yeah.
that were scattered
You know what?
were Hamites.
You know, and this is why, you know, if you were here earlier, I was telling people that the Bible is only about the Americas, right? I've done a debate showing people how certain tribes like Egypt and the land of Cush is actually in South America. When you go into books like, you know, what is it, Job? I brought it out, and it said that the land of Cush was known for its topaz, right? And we know that, and again, the number one place on the planet for its topaz is in South America. The land of Cush that y'all claim over there in Africa don't supply topaz. They supply it in very minimal. They're known for their opus, or what's it called, opus or opal. I forgot what they're known for, but they're not known for the topaz. They're very small, significant when it comes to supplying the world with topaz. The world gets most of its topaz from South America. So if the Most High is telling you that the land of Cush is most precious jewel and most known jewel that they have in it is the topaz. So just like when we talk about Mizraim and people want to talk about Egypt, and history shows that, you know, the Egyptians were building, you know, pyramids, and we see these pyramids all over, Central South America and things of that nature. Just like you said in the debate that you even believe that a lot of the Hamites were over here, which I agree with you, because we see the customs, not only just the customs of just what they're doing, but even the monuments that they were building. Just like the Aztecs, right? Or whatever, the Mayans, when they were doing this human sacrifice and eating of the heart. Is that a Hamitic practice?
From doing what?
Temple worship that doing human sacrifice and eating of the flesh.
I mean,
is that a Hamitic?
It was a Hamitic and Shemitic trait.
Screen, Wavy.
It was
okay.
both.
Now again, I wasn't just talking about culture. I'll talk about on these pyramids.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what they were known for. So it's not just about the culture, but just even the monuments that they were building over here have not just Hamitic, they have Japhetic and Shemitic things that were built over here in the Americas.
Yeah.
This is why I show brothers about how many different tribes were doing all of these different practices, and not just the customs, but also building monuments that you can find in Africa, the Middle East, Indonesia, which is by Australia, East India, and in Asia, and things of that nature. There's no other culture on the planet that you can go in the Eastern Hemisphere that did what the Native Americans were doing.
Hey, bro, who are these people right here?
China and Japan. Let me land my plane. China has its own customs and own culture, their dragons and the way they build buildings. Same thing with Japan. Same thing with East India. Same thing with all of these different things, right? They all have their own cultures and the way they build monuments.
Man, that's a straw man.
In the Bible.
It's a straw man. Yeah, it is.
You can't just keep saying
obviously you have something to say.
It's not a strong point. And to just rebuttal, and then I'm going to give it back to the other brother that's trying to chime in. There's such thing as typologies, or I'm sorry, there's such thing as translations and transliterations. We're not reading from any original copies, brother. So when you read identifying factors about Kush or about certain places, and it shows you a certain gemstone or a certain animal or a certain flora or fauna, we cannot directly go by that as if it's the original rendering of what was said. If you want to make that argument that you're locating a certain land mass based off of a biblical description that's transliterated, you would have an argument for days, because if you look into some of the earliest copies, like the Septuagint and the Samaritan Pentateuch, they literally name drop animals like hyenas. Jeremiah chapter 12 says hyenas in hyenas caves. They even speak about leopards in Jeremiah 4. They speak about leopards, ostriches, hyenas. So if you want to go that route of dealing with modern day translations and transliterations, that goes into a slippery slope that will not work in your favor. So all that I'm going to say to rebuttal that point is that I don't think it's very studious of us to use
transliterated terms to try to identify geographic locations and racial groups. And I'm gonna land there.
Do you still subscribe to the Bible?
Hey, bro,
I subscribe
why
to
don't
the
you answer
Septuagint.
about? Hold on, bro. He said, "Look up the
hold on.
answer. Who are these people?
I love this Septuagint. That's the
people,
translation
bro?
I'm reading from.
You said it was white people. Who are these people?
Brother, I didn't say it was white people. Brother,
you said they wasn't African American looking.
Brother, go. You know what? You're clown shoes with this shit. But
no, you ain't being honest,
give us a close up, brother. Zoom in on the face of that first brother. Those first two brothers. Zoom in on it. And you know what Wavy's gonna tell you? They don't look fucking African at all.
Nobody said African.
They don't. At all.
Do I look African, nigga?
I never saw
I look African?
Brother, why would I say that they're white?
You said hold on. You tried to leave the impression that these people was white.
No, I said that, brother. This is crazy stuff. We were talking about.
Why would you tell me to go look them up, bro?
We were talking about iconoclasms, about changing the depictions of the biblical narratives. I never made the claim about anybody being white.
All right, so why was you trying to get me to look at them? And you said that those are the oldest illustrations of the Israelites. I just showed you some fucking swarthy ass
and
brown.
they're not African.
Okay,
looking.
but they're brown. I'm not African looking either, and I'm clearly an Israelite.
Oh my God, brother. If you look at they're red. First of all, they look almost red like Native Americans.
All right, what color am I?
Brother, you're brown.
I'm not red.
You don't look like red.
Man, you crazy, bro.
Swarthy's
brown. Swarthy's brown.
From the picture, you look like a light brown, brother.
Yeah, man, you dishonest, man. You a dishonest brother, man. Because you thought I was gonna only see white people on that motherfucker. That's why you told me to go there.
You got triggered.
That it was gonna be some brown ass niggas that's Israelites up there.
Brother, I've never made those claims. You're clown shoes with that. Brother, show the other pictures. I find that this is what, and again, this is what black people Israelites do.
Hold on, why am I showing other pictures? Why am I? Hold on. Now we about to get down to the crux
one picture and say, look, these people look.
Why am I showing other pictures?
No, brother. According to the Duras, show where.
Why am I showing other pictures? Because you want me to show white people. You a liar.
See that? There you go.
You're a liar.
No, because y'all were talking about this Latinos and Native Americans,
bro.
right?
How the fuck is the Northern Kingdom Latino when they went through Asia? They not. Hold on.
Like what you call
and how are they
Latina
when they went
today,
through
brother?
Asia?
That's why.
The Northern Kingdom went through Asia, not Latin America. Not Latin. You're lying. Judah went through Spain and Portugal, but not the Northern Kingdom.
See, now I'm gonna show you what the brother did, why he was scared. I'm gonna show you why this brother is clown shoes and why he was scared to show all the other depictions of the Jewish.
Now watch this. Go ahead.
I am going to show you why he was scared.
Why
this Canaanite?
Because you're a liar.
Show it. No, you're a liar.
Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
You're a deceptive liar.
I can show my genetics to me. Hold on. At the very least, bro, I can show my DNA test with me having 3% Jewish blood.
Wavy, you see these brothers with curly hair?
You see what I'm talking about, Wavy?
Hold on.
See what I'm talking
Put me
about?
on big screen.
Now you see what I'm talking about, Wavy?
We're gonna school Lance now. Since he was a coward. Hold on. Damn it. Where is it? Since he was a coward. This is a depiction of Ezekiel in the middle. Wavy, are those Negro men?
Why don't you show the other pictures that they got?
I'm going to show it all. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but you didn't show the
I'm going to show it all.
You didn't even mention them.
Unlike you. Hold on. Unlike you, I'm not gonna be a deceptive.
Are there any brothers? Are there any black-looking people in this picture?
Wavy.
Because you're a liar, bro.
Are these
not even Israelites.
Hey, Wivy, are these
those are not Israelites?
Are these all Negro men? This is why this Canaanite dog is stinky.
Those are Greeks.
They look like Indians.
Those are Greeks.
Hey, here, Wavy. They're like Indians. Thank you, Wavy. All right, here. This is a picture of King David. Hold on. Let me back it up.
Ain't no black people in that picture, Uncle Lance.
Thank you. That's why Lance, and that's why this clown Lance didn't show it. He tried to go to the darkest looking image he could find to try to say some dumb shit. And this is why, who's the real demon here? I just showed you who the real demon here is. This is what they always do.
Where is the picture?
This is what they always do.
Is
they
the black
never
people
show
that
the
I
whole
just
matter.
showed?
They will never show you the whole matter.
That I just
can show you baby. I can show you baby Moses.
Show me the black people that I just showed. You see how you?
I can show you baby Moses.
The bottom line is you're a racist, and you believe that the Israelites were white people.
I'm a racist. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm a racist.
That's what your problem is. However, brother,
I'm a racist
because I'm
exposing the demon lies and the demon stuff that you're saying out your mouth.
I can show you historical, geographical evidence that the people of Palestine are black people. What are you talking about?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And that still only account for Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. It does not account for the northern kingdom that actually attributed their DNA genetics to Asia. So I don't know how you get in Latin America out of motherfuckers that went to Asia. You're an idiot.
Ain't nobody going to know. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You said they didn't go to Asia?
But you know, it's simple fact that you you know what? The simple fact that you keep saying this Asian stuff, it's simple fact that you keep saying this Asian stuff. The simple fact.
You're a liar, bro. You're a liar.
Just let me know when I can respond so I can chop your head off. Just let me know when your Canaanite ass is going to stop speaking so I can respond. Because you keep saying this Asian nonsense, and you even said it earlier that they came through the Bering Strait, right?
Yes.
And they came through the Bering Strait. Yes. And again, according to science, who came through the Bering Strait? It wasn't no damn stinking Africans. It was what you call Siberians. That's what you guys, when you racist, call Siberians. You know what? You know what, clown?
No one mentioned.
You know what, clown? It's
no one
in the
mentioned
Jewish encyclopedia. And this is why demons keep talking. This is why demons keep talking. This is why demons keep talking. According to the Jewish encyclopedia, the Jewish people even tell you, I'm trying to back you up. I am even when I'm trying to back you up, you still want to fucking talk. You know, because according to the Jewish encyclopedia, it's saying exactly what you're saying. It's saying exactly what you're saying. That these people that came in, the Israelites that came into Asia, right? They crossed the Bering Strait, like you said earlier. You said it out of your own mouth that it's in the Jewish encyclopedia. And according to the Jewish encyclopedia, the people that came across the Bering Strait were the Israelites. According to DNA, who was that?
It wasn't.
Who was that? The people that came over the Bering Strait, brother. You're not gonna find one article on earth that will tell you that the people that came through the Bering Strait were some stinking Africans. So stop it.
Nobody's. Hold on. I don't know why you're raising an argument about Africa.
If you're talking about your own mouth. If you admitted out of your own mouth that the Israelites went into Asia and then they crossed the Bering Strait, brother, you're agreeing with me that the Native Americans, what you would call Siberians, are the Israelites.
You're an idiot.
Okay? There's not one source that's going to tell you that some Africans, DNA evidence, you don't know that the Bering Strait has some Africans crossing it. Brother, stop it. You're not going to find E1B1, E1B12, or whatever that nonsense is crossing the Bering Strait.
Africans crossing the Bering Strait.
Brother, you're clown shoes with this crap, bro.
Right. And this is what the Jew do. The actual Jews, the white Jews, they do this. This is how they handle arguments. You're making arguments that no one's having. You're presenting information and you're rebutting things that no one's mentioning. You're crazy.
Brother, you mentioned it.
How did you get motherfucking Latin Americans from motherfuckers that crossed into Asia?
Lance, do you want to bet $1,000 that you said that the Israelites that went into Asia crossed the Bering Strait into the Americas?
Yeah, so how do you get Africans?
This is what you said out of your mouth like almost an hour ago.
So how do you get Africans?
Almost an hour ago, you said this.
So how do you get
Africans? Hold on, brother. But then
how do you get
Africans?
I am
agreeing with you because I am not disagreeing with you.
How do you get Africans, though?
Because I'm using the same argument that
you're not. That's what I'm telling you. You're not having an argument that I'm having.
I don't understand why you keep talking.
You're not having an argument that I'm having.
Why are you trying to cause confusion?
Address what I asked you. How do you get
Latin?
Why are you trying to cause confusion from Asia? The Northern Kingdom went to Asia.
Did those people from Asia cross the Bering Strait? Yay or nay?
Yes, they did.
Okay, then. And according to science, the people that crossed the Bering Strait were the Negroes or were they
We're not talking about
Africans?
science.
Yay
What are
or
you talking
nay?
about?
Brother,
We're talking about
brother,
genealogy.
the people that
We're talking about genealogy. We're talking about genealogy.
Brother, because according to you, when I was addressing the other brother, you were trying to agree with me, and you were saying, yes, I can agree that some Native Americans are Israelites.
Yes.
The reason why I believe that is because the Northern Kingdom went into Asia and then crossed the Bering Strait.
Yes.
But now all I'm doing is repeating what you're saying. But now all of a sudden,
because
you're
you're
going
saying
crazy
that those
over
people were
it. You're
Latin
going
American.
crazy over it. You know why?
You're saying
because
that
you have to acknowledge, brother, that it wasn't a minority, that it was a majority. The 10 tribes outnumber the Southern Kingdom, which is 3 tribes. So the majority, you are admitting that they were Siberian-looking people.
No.
Because those are the only people,
that's not how that works.
brother, those are the only people
that
crossed the Bering Strait. The Europeans didn't do it. The Africans didn't do it, brother.
Who the fuck is talking about
stop
Africans?
it.
What are you talking about?
Brother,
who's talking about Africans?
Brother, because that's my claim about what you need.
Nobody mentioned Africans.
I understand that brothers like you hate Africa and you guys
no one mentioned Africans.
Are you African?
No.
Are you African?
No, I'm not.
Wavy, is he African?
Hey, Misery, let him get his point. Hey, Misery, let him explain himself because you keep on trying to beat up something he ain't say. Uncle Lance, go and say what you're saying.
What I said was this, clearly. How do you get that you're Latin, that your ancestors come from the Northern Kingdom, when the Northern Kingdom crossed through America, not for the most part, through the Strait of Anion or the Fret of Anion, the Bering Straits. Immediately that they crossed over, you have Queen Khalifa and California. You have the Anon, A-A-N-I-O-N, Anion Empire in Alaska all the way to Greenland. These are people of color, not Africans and not Latin. These are people that are brown skinned with Asian looking eyes. Asian looking eyes, not Latin. You're lying when you say the Northern Kingdom, who crossed through Asia, came out into America as fucking Latin. You're lying.
Neither does Negroes of the Americas have Asian looking eyes, brother.
What do you mean? Most, man, is you crazy? When you look at African Americans, that's the difference between African Americans and fucking Africans. Not just our fucking hair.
You hear that, Wavy? You have chinky eyes, Wavy. You're a chink.
What do you mean?
You have chinky eyes, Wavy and Silky. Y'all have chinky eyes. That's it again, brother. You're just, you know what, brother? You have self-hatred for your own race of people. To say that you're not African, brother, you hate your own race of people.
Yeah,
that is what you are.
That's what you conclude. That's what you conclude.
And brother, and many.
I just need you to answer the fucking question. How the fuck did the Northern Kingdom that you say that you descend from go through Asia and come out fucking Latin?
Hold on.
Just answer the question.
Hey, so I looked up the Bering Strait theory. It said that's debunked. That's not accurate. It says
it ain't debunked.
The Bering
It's not debunked. That's some fucking lies because they don't want you to know that the fucking Israelites and Phoenicians seeded America.
I can show my screen.
Now I can show you.
No, they said it lacks archaeological evidence.
Man, you ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT don't know
it
this shit.
You gotta read, as of 2023.
You gotta read books.
As of 2023. As of 2023. The Bering Strait is not nothing to be trying to talk about in modern scientific methods that Bering Strait fails. I hate to tell you.
I don't know why you talking about modern science when we've been.
So you gotta throw that Bering out, man.
Hey, bro, listen. Until you understand,
this is about the Bering. I'm just strictly talking about the Bering Strait. It's a theory that's been debunked. It's
not a theory, bro. It's a fact.
I'm just saying you're bringing up a theory that's been.
It's not a
theory. No, it's not. It's literally. Oh my goodness.
Man, they literally told you that. Listen, they told
you. So you trying to hold on to something not even certified?
The Asian Mongols, the Mongoloid, the Asian Mongols, crossed the Bering Straits. That's scientific. Now, if you understood the history that the Northern Kingdom Israelites subdued the Mongols, Margo, A-M-A-L-G-A-L.
No, oh my goodness, bro. Dog.
Hey, man, I ain't about to listen. I'll show you, nigga. I don't play, nigga.
Show that
This
nigga
is
Uncle
sad.
Land.
Tell me, bro, you gotta throw that out, bro. The Bering Straits. You gotta throw that out. Sorry. I can't
Hey,
stand
everybody
on
hit the
that.
like button. Everybody hit the like button. The hell is y'all doing? We need 10 likes right now.
Yeah.
Get him.
That
Get him,
part. I
Uncle Land.
wouldn't stand on that too heavy.
All right, here we go. This is before
Yeah, because they're
modern
talking about the
science.
inhabitation time and all that's like messed up.
Before modern science. Now, as you can see in the book of Esdras, the Apocrypha, which is what? Can you see this?
Not science.
Am I sharing? That they might proceed to dry lands. It was a great way to go, a journey of a year and a half. And that region was called Azareth, at the end of the world. You see that? At the end of the world? Well, watch this. You see that right there? This is from 1570. This is from Abraham Ortelius' map, world map. He's a renowned cartographer. He's actually called the father of cartography. On his map, you have the land of Azareth. And what do you have? America right next to it. You see that boat right there? And you see America, the Strait of Anion. You see that? This is the father of cartography. Now, how did they get there? It tells you right here on a stele. See this stele? This Sargon right here, Sargon II. Is this a white man? No, absolutely not. Let me show you. He boasts, I brought into it people from countries conquered by my hand. I appointed my eunuchs as governor over them. I counted them as Assyrians. Recounting the northern kingdom demise years later, the writer of 2 Kings 17:18 proclaimed that afterward, none were left but the tribe of Judah. So it's a fact that we have the Israelites in Asia. Not only is it a fact, you have the land of Dan and the land of Naphtali right on this very same Tartarian map. Not only that, you have written in a first century writing, 1254 to 1323, page 4 of Marco Polo's travels, right? Tinduk belonged to a territory of Prester John, is an eastern province which are many cities and castles, subjects to rule of the Grand Khan. All of the princes of that family have remained dependent since Chinggis, the first emperor, subdued the country. All right? Now watch this. He is both a Christian and a priest. So we know that Prester John, who we talking about, who is this land right here is his, Argon, or Tinduk. This Azareth land is also Tinduk. You see this Argon, formerly a Christian kingdom. This is in the 1500s. We know the first Christians are the Israelites. So this is 1570, I believe. Now watch this. In 1620, it's still there. The kingdom in which Christians rule in the year 1290. You see how close this is to Alaska? You see this? America? You see that? So these Jews, these Israelites who came into Asia, did go to the land of Azareth, which was later called Tinduk. Now watch this. To further beat up on you, in 1635, this is a world Christian map. All these circles are Christians who do not follow the Pope. So these are Israelites. Here's the land right here, Tinduk. You see that? Many Christians. How do you get the Christians all the way over here in Asia on this part of the earth, which is right before you get to America? See that? Many Christians. How long did this last? This 1646. You can still see Tinduk is still there, and the land of Kathai, the famous Christian territory. So you don't know what you're talking about, bro. And even to beat you up even further, those Tartars who are far situated from the residual and inhabited in the remote Scythian promontory, which Pliny calleth Taban, lying upon the fret of Anion. So we know, even right here, written in this book, that is the real land of the Christians, which were the Israelites, who were Tartars. See, certain writers affirm that these hordes issued from those 10 tribes of Israel, which were sent into captivity by Shalmaneser, king of Assyria. So it happened. Not only there, I got endless evidence. Endless. All of them saying the same thing, were successors of the 10 tribes. See, command of Genghis Khan. See, at the same time Genghis Khan was ruling Russia, were the same time that the icons were being painted in Rus. In Rus, the same ones. And they came to America. How do you know? Because they have maps that prove it. This right here, this map right here, you see that? Anian region, they came across. There was also wars held here by Kublai Khan, which is Genghis Khan's grandson. You see this? Catering to 2 men through the field society in the tents of the Tartars, living a pleasant life. That's right here on the American side. So those Israelites did come across. Now, not only did those Israelites come across, guess who else came across? The Khazarians and the Ashkenaz. See, there were, listen to this, that there were ancient churches in the Asiatic world, and that they had a word which was afterwards lost. Respecting this ancient word, which was in Asia before the Israelitish word. See, this Israelitish word is the Khazarians, the Talmud. They came with them. So you had the so-called Afro-Asiatics, Israelites that crossed, and their subjects, who were Mongols. And I can go endless. Okay, so you got to have history to actually get this, bro. You ain't do that portion of the history. The Northern Kingdom didn't go to fucking Asia and come out in America as fucking Latins. That's your Choctaw. James Adair, Adair, he called the Choctaws, the Creeks, the several other tribes that we identify as black tribes as he called them Israelites.
That is a damn lie.
That did he?
But anyways,
hold on, let me show.
Hey, Wavy, you can share my screen, because again, I did a presentation about this because I said he want to talk about maps, like as if maps prove something, right? Again, I could pull up maps from the 1600s, brother. I literally sat here for 10 minutes and allow you to bring out your stuff.
All right, so are you about to?
I allowed it.
About to debunk
I allowed it.
Are you?
I allowed it.
Sure did.
But yet, when the opposition comes, you can't. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to hear the matter, the whole matter.
Just respond to what I showed you.
And I am. I'm going to thoroughly respond to it. That's what I'm saying. Because if your proof is maps, right? Well, I have a map 15 showing R's rift. Well, brother, I have maps from the 15, 16, 1700s. Look, it shows you the Red Sea is over here. That's just one. I could go to multiple maps. That's one map. Here's another map right there. It shows you what is it called? The Red Sea, right there right there in California. Red Sea. Right there by the Gulf of Mexico. What are you showing me this for? Gulf of California.
What are you showing me this for?
Here's another map, Gulf of California, or the Red Sea.
What are you showing me this for?
Oh my God.
Show me that the fucking Israelites crossed into Asia and came out of America as Latins.
Listen. At the end of the day, the reason why I'm bringing this out is because I did a presentation on Wavy's channel showing
because
this.
You're dead and you're
see, that's what I'm saying, bro. These Canaanites are fucking crazy, bro. You know what? Every time you bring out a presentation, I'm gonna do exactly what you're doing. Just keep interrupting you.
Just respond to the presentation.
Brother, shut the fuck up.
That don't make no sense.
Just like I sat there for 10 minutes and listen to you told Silky
It's
on
non
your
sequitur,
spew.
bro.
Brother,
Why are
I
you
sat
showing me
here.
the Red
It
Sea?
happened. I heard the matter. I heard it. You know why you don't want to hear my matter?
You're not
Because
showing me nothing. You're not responding.
You're disingenuous.
I'm gonna be real quick, y'all. I'm gonna be real quick and just say, yes, the traditional Bering Strait land bridge theory has significant flaws and is now seen as
Man,
too
we ain't listening
simplistic.
to ChatGPT, bro. We
FYI,
got
so
books.
just giving you the facts, man.
We
Just
got
hitting y'all
books,
with some
man.
facts.
Now I'm going to explain. I want to explain to Lance why these maps started coming out. That's why I could pull maps saying this. You could pull maps saying that. And again, notice that it's coming in the 15, 16, 1700s. After the discovery of the American, brother, like shut the fuck up.
1100s.
Shut the fuck
Well,
up.
Properly. Stop making up
shut
shit.
the fuck up. The reason why you're showing these maps, and just like the other ones you were showing, and you even said that about they're from the 15, 16, 1700s. Okay, you show one map that said 12, 20, whatever. Something. It didn't even show America, I don't believe. It shows something in Asia about how you were saying how some parts of Asia was called whatever. But my thing is this, and I showed this on my presentation. The reasons why these Christians and these Jews or whatever started coming out with these maps and started coming out with books like you just mentioned, James Adair, and all of these Christians and Jews started coming out with all these books in the 15, 16, 1700s. Brother, the reason why is because the Jews and the Christians had a big dilemma with the people of the Eastern Hemisphere. Because for thousands of years, these Christians and Jews were teaching about, Israel and all these nations. So when Columbus basically discovered this new world, the new question was to these Christians and Jews was, who the hell are these people and what land is this? The Christians and Jews had a dilemma. They was like, damn, we got to answer the question to these non-believers that don't believe in the Bible. We have to, if we want to say that our Bible is infallible, is the word of God, we have to answer them. This is why, brother, they started coming out with these maps. This is why you have 50 books talking about some Native Americans being Israelites and things of that nature. They had to answer that question, brother. This is why the theory of the 10 lost tribes come here. Just like you just said about Arzareth, right? And it's in the Jewish Encyclopedia, again, from the guy that I quoted from earlier, from that book I was showing you, right? From the Mayor Kirschlinger, who was a Jew. This is where you're getting the theory of Arzareth being of the America is from this guy who's in the Jewish Encyclopedia. Okay, but also in the Jewish Encyclopedia, the reason why they're saying these things is because they had to answer the question. But prior to that, they didn't have any knowledge of the Americas or who these people were and things of that nature. But even according to the Bering Strait theory, like you're saying, that goes back thousands of years, right? According to most sources and stuff like that. So why are you why are you showing sources that coming out from 15th century, 16th century, 17th century, and not BC time? Didn't the so-called Northern Kingdom after the Assyrian captivity that goes like what 600 BC? Where are the maps of that about that? Where are the books and things in those times talking about those things? They didn't exist, brother. Why? Because like I told you, once the discovery of the Americas happened, they had a big dilemma. That's it. That's the answer. That's why you have maps. That's why I could pull up maps like this and things like that. Just like you could pull up maps like this. Why? Because this is Christian and Jewish theology about how to answer the question. Who are these people? What is this new world that Columbus and them are discovering and these Spaniards and like Cortez and them discovering? Because they were Catholics. They were Christians. This is why books like, where is it? I have the book. Where is it? Lost Tribes and Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders. I don't know, for some reason I can't find it right now. It talks about how Columbus, when he was doing his trying to convince the kings and queens of Europe to fund his voyage, one of the main reasons and books that he read was 2nd Esdras 13 and 2nd Esdras, I believe, chapter 9, right? Those two chapters from the Apocrypha, basically telling Queen Elizabeth, since that's why they took it. and funded his voyage because they were Catholics. They believed in the Bible. So what Columbus did was like, hey, according to the apocrypher, there's other lands to be discovered. Hey, look, according to 2 Edges 13, there's this place called Arsriff that never mankind dwelt at and stuff like that. Hey, if you fund my voyage, I will go over there and get these people. Or not get these people, but discover these people. You know what I'm saying? Like all this is all in the books. And this is why I can agree with you. I have this information. I agree with even the information that you were posting in Silky.
That's not what he said.
Again, I've used those sources.
He said he's going to capture. He's going to capture Israel.
Go ahead.
That's what he said. He's going to capture Israel. And if you know it, whether you know it or not, at that time, America was called India Superior. India Superior. He knew exactly what he was going to do. He wasn't lost.
Exactly.
He knew exactly.
I know that.
However,
that's why he used
Azareth is on the Pacific side. It's not on the Atlantic side.
Now, that's okay. How does that even make sense? What you just said? If you're saying that it's on the Pacific side and not the Atlantic side, why did Columbus cross the Atlantic then?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm showing you the map. I'm showing you the
brother,
map.
You just cut yourself. Brother, you just said that it's talking about the Pacific side. But Columbus ain't never traveled the Pacific Ocean to get over here. He took the Atlantic. That was his knowledge. That, hey, I could cross the Atlantic Ocean and go and get this place called Arsriff. And that's just why the interpreters that he brought with him were Jewish interpreters, right?
They weren't Jewish.
No, you know what I mean?
They were Moors.
Israelites.
They were Moors.
You call them Israelites? Moors? No, they weren't Moors.
They were Moors. You can read in the Conquest of Spain exactly who was on his ship.
Bro, okay, now I gotta find the book for you, bro.
All right.
Now I gotta find the book for you. Where is my?
I can show you better. I can tell you, nigga. I don't play. You already know me.
This is Louis. I know his name was Luis del Torres. I believe that was his name, and he was a Jewish man, brother. Hold on, he wasn't no more.
All right.
He wasn't no more. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the book. I have it somewhere around here.
Share my screen, Wavy.
Here it is. I found it. I found the book right here. Yeah, you know this book, Lance?
What is it? Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you ever read this book before?
I've thumbed through it.
All right. It's called Lost Tribes and the Promised Land, The Origins of American Racism by Ronald Sanders, right? Now we're going to read the account about the interpreter that Columbus brought.
Hey, you got to stop sharing.
All right, you got it, Uncle Lance.
See that? The Conquest of Moorish Spain. The Conquest of Spain by the Arab Moors. You see that? Page 445. Listen, Christopher Columbus found his name, the claim of his great duty, loyal to his sovereigns. He was the Christ bearer and the dove, the carrier dove of Christianity to the uttermost parts of the earth. But from Christian Spain, he brought, without intending, only evil to the aboriginals. It was the inquisition of a fierce propaganda. It was grinding labor. It was cruelty, which could only end in extermination of the natives. He was dispensed of the Moorish civilization was only good. What he dispensed of the Moorish civilization was only good. The inventions and discoveries they had introduced. His vessel was fitted out in a little port of Palos which had lately been Moorish ports. His sailors were many
You hear
of
that,
them
Silk?
men of
You hear that,
Moorish
Silk?
blood. Men of Moorish
You hear that,
blood in
Silk?
their veins. It has been asserted that when the Moors were driven out by the thousands, they took refuge to South France, who afterwards...
Damn, the Moors got kicked out? Silk, y'all got beat up?
They went to France and became the Huguenots, then came to South America, South Carolina. So this, what is this?
Silk getting embarrassed, y'all.
Hey, let me go once he get done. Hey, let me go once he get done.
All right, go ahead, Silk. Uncle Lance, you done?
I bet. First off,
Yeah, the brother's
calling
a
Columbus
liar,
a great navigator.
Columbus had nothing but
So
Moors.
he's a. Hey, why you cutting me off, man? Let me drop my knowledge. So first off, we're talking about Columbus, a guy that never owned his own boat. He didn't have his own boat, but he's supposedly this great navigator. He sailed 3-4 times, and out of 3-4 times, he got wrecked. He crashed on the fourth one, supposedly, right? Because the Santa Maria never supposedly.
Oh, what the hell is it?
Silky got hit with the pseudo bug.
You seen it with your own eyes, Wavy. This nigga admired the Moors. He had his ship at the Moorish docks, and he had Moors on his boat.
All right. Uncle Hercules says, Lance, shut up.
All right. This is from, like I said, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders, and this is on page 92. It says, we do not know much concerning Columbus's crew, about 90 men.
And y'all are talking about abstracts.
We do not know much concerning Columbus's crew, about 90 men aboard the 3 ships, but at least one of them was an Israelite, not a Moor. Was an Israelite whose presence as such was not merely accidental. This was Luis de la Torres, a convert of possibly only a year, who had once held a position with the governor of Marcia. He was said to have known Hebrew, Aramaic, and some Arabic, and he was brought along by Columbus specifically as an interpreter. And one of the main purposes of the voyage, as we have seen, was to find the Great Khan, and Torres was to be the mouthpiece for it. So yes, the interpreter that Christopher Columbus brought with him on the boat was an Israelite, and he was brought specifically as an interpreter. So what does that mean? That Columbus knew that wherever he was going, he was going to meet some Israelites, and he needed somebody that needed to speak Hebrew,
languages,
Aramaic, and
Brother,
those languages.
do you know that
Moors?
You don't know that. You don't know that Israelites were also called Moors at this time?
Damn, let's shut the hell up with that shit, bro.
Moors
are fucking Canaanites, bro. Moors are Canaanites, bro. Shut up, man.
Stupid. Yes,
that's what
you
I'm
are.
saying, bro.
Yeah, it's a convert. It's a convert type of thing.
I just literally said it was Moors that came to Columbus. But yeah, I just clearly showed you a source that said that the only one, brother.
You showed me somebody's opinion. They started off by saying we don't know.
Moors. Maybe there were, okay? But I said the interpreter that Columbus brought over here was an Israelite. You said, no, he wasn't. Even there were Moors that came over here. Brother, no, he wasn't. He was an Israelite.
You said it was Jewish. You didn't say
he was an Israelite. He wasn't, nowhere does it say that he was a Jewish Moor or Phoenician or any of that nonsense, brother. It did say that he was a convert, meaning he converted to Christianity, because we all know. Brother,
so what was the name of the translator?
One day I'm gonna do a class on this on Wavy Show so that this fucking Canaanite dog cannot interrupt me, and I'm gonna break it all down and chop heads off. I'm gonna come back on because I gotta go to work real quick for like an hour.
Get your ass the fuck
still on. I'll come back.
Nobody give a fuck.
Yeah, your mother don't give a fuck either.
Nobody give a fuck, bro. You ain't spitting shit. You don't got no knowledge.
All right, let's not bring the moms.
I'll be back.
Let's not. Yeah, we good.
Yeah,
let's relax. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's hard to say Columbus. Yeah, it's hard to don't call Columbus. I've heard people even call Columbus a map maker. I've seen people try to bring out stuff and say Columbus made maps, and I said, well, how is Columbus a great navigator that never owned a boat? How was he a map maker that's only traveled a couple times in his whole life? So he's been poor. He wasn't rich. So where exactly is he doing all this traveling, and who's he doing this traveling with? And then furthermore, he never owned a boat. How you gonna cause a nigga that don't even know how to drive a boat, never been behind the wheel, not Captain Sparrow, none of that? Okay, he's just a fake fictitious dude. And then his name isn't even Christopher Columbus; it's Christopher Cologne. And then once you get to checking the primaries, you go look at the diary. The diary don't exist, so they're making that up. Anything you're reading is a made up abstract and made something else up, like they marries. When it comes to Columbus, so I don't even know why people stand on that.
Bro, Columbus himself,
like somebody a navigator that's never. He's a kind of, because like I said, he never on the boat.
So it's a lot of
this guy never.
Did you know that most people who sell ships for kings and queens don't own ships?
So hold on. So the nigga that's not sailing, is he the navigator, or the nigga that's sailing boat and own the boat his whole life? Is that the navigator?
Man, good night, bro. I'm about to go play.
By your logic, so you're saying a guy that's never owned a boat, a guy that's never got behind the wheel, a guy that's never made a sail is supposed to be better than the guy that owns the boat and been having a boat his whole life. But you're trying to put a guy that's only sailed 4 times and supposedly crashed in one of them. Is that what I'm hearing? And that's what y'all are fall for. Y'all are fall for that type of stuff.
You arguing with yourself, bro.
I'm telling you that Columbus is. I'm telling you. Okay, well, I'm making a point. So be quiet and let me make my point. Yeah. So Columbus is a navigator that never owned a boat. Actually, the person that did own the boat, the Santa Maria, supposedly, that was a complete guy. He don't even get no recognition, and he's the one that owned the boat and was supposedly driving the crew. So the whole thing is fugazi. They have no diary. Everybody says they have a diary of Columbus. There is no diary. The diary doesn't exist. They don't have, there isn't. So all they're doing is regurgitating a bunch of abstracts coming from people like Bartholomew and secondary people and whatnot like that. But they don't even have no real credentials or hardcore information to back up their shit. It's all in question. It's all assumptions and abstract. Everything's contradictory.
Yeah, man, he keep on getting hit with the pseudo bug, man. That's that pseudo bug hitting him, Lily. He getting slapped with that goddamn pseudo bug. Every time you say something pseudo, he gets clapped off.
It's my first time here. Thanks for having me.
Already, man. You know it's good. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. And Misery, I know you're gonna watch the ending. So let me say this. Man, brothers came from out the crevices like roaches.
I know.
Brothers came from across the world to get a bite of this apple. So I want to let you know, Misery. People know who you is. Deacon Hakah. If y'all was waiting to watch Deacon Hakah come, he didn't come. Once he found out, he agreed to it yesterday. Today, once he found out that it was Jose Vega, he said, no, I'm not talking to him. You know what I'm saying?
That's a shame. He backed out.
That's a shame, because they'll talk to Edomites or other Hamites. They'll use this lingo and talk to these people, but you can't have a convo with Jose Vega. That's wild, man.
I wonder why.
But yeah, appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for getting them likes up once I had said it. Maybe I need to say it more. But yeah, like the video, man. This was one for the ages. Man, people came out of the crevices like cockroaches, gang. People came up from everywhere. I'm talking about Misery arguing with one nigga. He got a nigga crawling in his ear. Misery arguing with one nigga. He got another nigga crawling up his leg. Hey, man, this was... Misery built for it, though. You know what I'm saying? Jose Vega
he sure
built for it. The only thing I don't like is when he says stinking Africans. That's the only thing I don't like. I understand, you know what I'm saying, you and your theology, but when you say stinking Africans, that could definitely offend majority of the people you talking to. So you get that, and I understand you in the midst, people calling you spics, and you in the midst of conversations, and y'all talking about each other mamas and going all back and forth. But man, today I'm gonna clip this shit all the way up. Suki D even came in here, got beat up by Uncle Lance. I'm gonna clip all this up. Lily, appreciate you for tapping in, like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna be back live tomorrow.
Okay, that is out. Bye.
Already, everybody, man, like the button. We out of here. Peace. And check out my new single too. I got a new song called Superstar. Song called Star. I got a new song called Star. I need y'all to go check that out, man. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like the button, subscribe, share. This was one of them ones, man. This shit is crazy. We out of here.